Hey, we're back. How long has it been?
Hey, we're
What's up,
while. Oh
everybody?
my gosh. What's up?
Hey, Irene, share my
Hello,
screen. Share my
everyone.
screen. Share my
She
screen.
didn't,
Whoa,
she didn't
okay.
scream for
I'm jumping right
for
into
so long. She was like, "Let me
Whoa!
no untouched,
Oh my
Adam!
god!
Done, removed, done, not happening,
wait.
not happening."
Wait. I just want to get it out of the way
Holy
because
shit.
this is applicable because I want to tell you guys tonight is the night that the Odyssey opens in the China market. So, Irene, you got to go.
Okay.
You got to go watch the dub version where it's like, I must go
Well,
on then
seeing
to
as I'm not
Odyssey
in China,
Yeah,
then,
well, you can go on the boats across the sea or whatever you got to do, and then.
okay, yeah.
But so
I mean,
this is my only point
there.
though. Is so it's opening in China, Japan, and Korea. So it's got another like 300 million coming its way, maybe more, and it continues to sell out in
Okay.
IMAX. So it's going to top out at 1.6, 1.7, and then it might get a boost if it gets a bunch of Academy Award nominations, gets a re-release. So we'll see where it ends up. But
It's not going to get a re-release. How often do they do
A
that?
re-release? Wow.
yeah, they sometimes do that if it gets nominated
fancy.
for like 12, and then it gets another. They put it back in theaters for like a couple months.
Well, you know, I never
long
doubted
shot.
it would make money. It was kind of a given it was going to make money. So,
You know, a sign of whether a movie's good or not is always diametrically aligned with how good it is and how much money it makes.
Yeah, there's like a critical.
But
and then
That
like,
means the second
volume.
Mario movie is like the best movie of the last 10 years. Pretty
Yeah.
much.
this is
I
gonna
like
no,
that.
this is gonna outpace that one. But this one I think won't outpace Spider-Man. But
well, I'm happy that you're happy
Spidey.
that this very mediocre adaptation of the Odyssey is making bank.
they say Nolan is third place for all-time moneymakers now, behind James Cameron and Steven Spielberg.
Good for him. You
And
know,
he's-
speaking of
He's all-time
Speaking
number
of-
one for movie adaptions of struggle sessions too. With this
Matt
movie.
Damon.
Yeah.
I don't know how I
But
was supposed to read
I
that.
think we did it. We did a stream. This is like I just got to get it out of my system. We did a stream where I was telling you guys how
Fuck's
good it was
sake.
going to be. You're all haters, and I said it's going to make $1 billion easy, and you all said no, it won't. So I'm
Yeah.
just saying.
Did it make $1 billion?
Okay.
Yeah.
Did it make $1 billion?
Yeah, like has it? I haven't been keeping track of how much. Has it made $1 billion?
Yeah, it's at 1.1 right now.
Okay,
yeah.
good. Yeah, no, I don't want the movie to
Billion.
fail. I just didn't like it. But I'm happy for the people working on it that their work paid off. Speaking of Christopher Nolan, I rewatched The Prestige and The Illusionist back to back this week.
Remember when he made
And
good movies?
I forgot how good those movies were.
Wait, did he make The Illusionist
yeah, except
too?
the Prestige is like
No, he
it was
he made
twins
the,
the whole
Prestige.
time.
The Illusionist.
That's the dumbest movie
Yeah.
I've ever seen.
You didn't like The
No.
Prestige?
It was good. Fuck off.
Dude, get the
It
hell
was
out of here.
good.
That movie is awesome.
It was twins.
um,
Oh my god, you guys! It was twins.
Yes.
That's how he did the magic twick.
It was good. I liked it.
And he
Way to
pronounced it as Twick because it
Spoil
was
the
a
whole
twin
movie,
trick.
Pear. First of all, shit. But also, it was the way it was portrayed. That's the thing with that. I think that's an important thing with storytelling. The reveal doesn't have to be some super complicated thing. It could be super simple. And the whole point of the Prestige was that the actual payoff was really simple. But the characters and the audience was overthinking it because there was all these other magical-ish things going on in the story. Anyways, The Prestige and Illusionist. Remember when both those movies like came out at the same time and it was like back-to-back magician movies? Oh, I also
I'd
watched The
never
Greatest
heard of The
Showman,
Illusionist.
finally.
I'd never heard of The Illusionist until the convenient simultaneous watching completely in the moon and on
Convenient.
Earth at different times
never
of this
seen it.
movie. I didn't know
Yeah.
The Illusionist even existed, but it was one of those Disney
It's a good
v. Von
movie.
Bluth 2 films at the same time. Apparently, there's so
Yeah.
many like things that align with them where it's spooky.
Yeah.
It is. There's they're both magicians. There's these love stories. The Illusionist is more romantic and less brainy. It's more in the feels, but the Prestige is like, it's Christopher Nolan, so it's like cold and calculated, much more of like a big production movie, but both are really good.
Yeah, that's a good double feature. Yeah, that's like
that
Ants
was a good double feature.
and A Bug's Life or something. Yeah.
Oh, I gotta watch Ants again. It's been too long. AZ. I got
Is
it.
Ants good?
It's not bad. Ants isn't bad.
Have I seen ants? Oh, I have. Beautiful butterfly. I have seen ants. Forgot about it.
You know what's funny? Is, do we talk about this on this is similar situation, but maybe we've talked about this before when Mario 64 was in production and they're going to move it to 3D, but nobody had seen what it's like yet. So it's like, what do you call it? It's like spy shit it's like corporate espionage, but for just
Espionage.
video
Spy
games going
shit.
3D. And at the same time, the team was making Bubsy 3D. And they're like, dude, the world isn't ready for this
Ah.
technology. This is going to be so crazy. We're going to change the world with Bubsy 3D.
Yeah, I
And then they
remember.
release it at the exact same time as Mario 64 and just get mogged super hard. And it's kind of embarrassing.
Yeah, but the Bubsy guys, I kind of liked Bubsy 3D just because, like, how fucking obscured the world was by how, like, batshit it was designed. Like, it felt like you're peering through a periscope, the gameplay version at this other world. So there was a little bit of mystique to it because of that, but oh my god, was it fucking awful. Tank controls, like, terrible camera, terrible mobility. Yeah, and then... So, the Mario 64 and Bubsy, it's like a similar thing happened with Toy Story and another movie called Food Fight. Have you heard of Food Fight?
No.
Yeah, didn't it not come out? Or did it
Yeah,
come
yeah,
out?
it never came out.
That
So
looks
Toy
so
Story,
bad,
you know,
dude.
famously the first CGI movie, but there was another one called Food Fight in production before it, I believe, and it had shit tons of movie cameos. It had, what's his name, the drug guy who isn't Robert Downey Jr. likes a lot of women. Charlie Sheen, yeah.
Charlie Sheen.
Now you,
One
You should have
second.
said has
You mean-
AIDS.
it has AIDS,
Does
and it
it?
has, I don't know. We should just roll with it, like all rumors. Pretend that
He does. Yeah, they say he does. but
Totally.
He does.
Maybe he
He's-
got cured
Okay.
from money too. The
HIV
same way
positive.
Magic Johnson did.
That's totally how it works. Hold on, before we get too into it, everybody, welcome to Panel Breakers. I'm Irene. This is Hyper Wizard, aka Jake. There's Pear
Hello.
and Phil. We're all comic artists / comic writers, creators.
No, I think we're all comic artists. We
we-
could say that now.
Yeah, Phil's also a comic artist now, right? But we talk about storytelling and comics, and nominally we talk about storytelling and comics every Thursday. This is a rotating show. Usually we end up just insulting each other for about 3 hours and talking about movies. Lately it's been a lot of Odyssey debate, but anyways, it's a fun show. So hopefully we'll get to the actual subject I have somewhat prepared today. We'll see. All right, cheers. Continue.
Wait, so Food Fight never came out. It never came out. I actually think the people at freaking Pixar or whatever, like, actually sabotaged it. The movie got, like, deleted and stuff or something. It just
Sus.
became a shit show. It never came out. I think you can get it now, but yeah, it would have preceded Toy Story, and they're like,
I think it's
"We're
on
not
YouTube for
having that."
free now, and it's horrible.
It is atrocious. I never watched it all the way through. I only watched the John Tron video on it.
That's like what they say. It's not always best to be first. You think first to market. That I think I get the statistics on getting first to market. It's not as high as you'd think for that being a super big advantage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have no idea how to participate in this discussion because I don't know what Food Fight is and I don't play games.
Beautiful people in the chat. The beautiful people.
Yes, hello everybody in chat. There's a Rushbrook. Hello, Phil's an artist now. He was drawing on Topicless. Well, I
right.
guess Phil is an artist now. Down Goes Solo is here. Hello. Maybe it was a shit show. That's why it didn't come out. I mean, that does happen sometimes.
It was,
What
but
was it?
it was funny.
Some
Yeah, definitely.
movie recently where that happened. Oh my gosh. Oh, it did not come out. It got delayed. The recent Snow White movie that turned into a shit show. Yeah, that was something else, wasn't it? Jim Alaska, hello. Alex VRB, of course. Welcome. Doug209, Epignosis, and everyone else in chat. I think I have a super chat and also some questions. So let me get to those first. No, a member chat. Lieutenant Hughes, member for 50 months. Thank you so much. Hail to the panel. Hail to the chat with a fish fuck sticker. Thank you for being a member for so long. I appreciate it greatly. I appreciate it. Epignosis has a question. Let me answer this real quick. Did I miss Rainey's Incurvate book or has it not shipped yet? It has shipped. RJ, I just paid RJ for the first batch of shipping a couple days ago. There was a holdup because the hardcovers got delayed, and also I put dust jackets on the soft covers. But everything is done now, and I have paid him for the first batch. So I think it either went out. It should have gone out on Monday. So you should be getting your books soon. I don't know like what percentage of the books. I think maybe about half. That's what is going out right now. But yes, I'll post an update soon.
Yeah, I just got notified that it is at a location for me, and I was wondering what that was. But yeah, it was a critical blast
So
package, so that's probably what it is.
Awesome.
Already got delivered.
Yeah.
You mean?
It's at my
Amazing.
Well, you're not that far from RJ, so
That's right.
That's
That's right.
I hope I made
Yeah.
sure to address mine to the moon. Fuck.
Oh yeah.
yeah, I
You
hope
change
you
your
did.
address.
I hope you it makes the next rocket up to the moon. Yeah, so I totally and obviously in case I haven't repeated this or I haven't mentioned this on my channel, I'm in Taiwan now, and I didn't think moving halfway across the world was going to delay my work schedule that much. I don't know what I was thinking. I always do this. I'm like, oh, I'll just make this huge life change and it totally won't affect my work schedule. It did. But I posted an update on the Fiendish 3 campaigns, and I'll post an update on Incurvate as well. Things got pushed back a little, but Incurvate is shipping. Fiendish 3 is pushed back, but I'm still working on it and I have pages to show. So work continues, and I'm going to keep everyone updated. There you go. Is Jake still on the moon? Yes, he is.
On the moon and will be forever. Although, this week
Forever.
maybe I didn't exactly leave the moon, but we did get a new room installed on the moon base. People may be familiar with my back
Ooh.
hole. But now, in addition to the back hole, get ready for the hollow closet. That's right. We only had space under the stairs. It's just down the hole from where I usually sit. And yeah,
Surprised it took you this long to reveal your closet that you're.
I know.
You live
Well,
in
I'm not in
permanently.
the closet right now. But if I go into the
Oh, I know.
closet, I can visit hologram simulations of anywhere I deem fit. So who knows?
Wow.
Cool.
I spent the last week in a hologram simulation on vacation. also
Hologram
getting these books.
simulation.
But yeah, so.
That sounds very expensive.
Cool.
Oh no, I basically just stole it.
I thought it was
And
government
I think-
subsidized.
Exactly. Well, no, it was subsidized for the people who used to own it. They decided they had no use for it. I steal it from the dumpster. I don't know if it was the U.S. moon-based Russian one or the Chinese one that's like next door.
Mhm.
But I just took it from there. And yeah, now I can visit
I didn't-
anywhere I want, whenever I want.
Didn't know real estate was that easy to just take on the moon. Sounds like a great idea. Guess we'll all
Well,
move
it's
to the
not
moon now.
If someone wants to stop you, they have to spend a long time putting on like a whole other moon suit. So
True. Moon suits take a long time. It's not worth the effort. It's way too much trouble. Cam11 Cam, I don't know why I was reading your whole the handle thing.
Damn.
Pretty
It's
much, yeah. I mean, I don't feel the need to make any big announcements. I feel like that's lame. I mean, I'm just here to post comics and stream, right? But pretty much. But I plan on being back to the States for conventions. I want to do Heroes Con at least every year, at least Heroes Con. So I'll like be back every summer. But yep, I'm in Taiwan now. Yay! So it is like 11 in the morning over here. You can't tell because I turn all my lights off. But yes, it is in the morning. I'm in opposite time to all of you East Coasters.
I hear Terrific Con is pretty good.
Yeah, I heard
that
that
in
one was
Taiwan?
good too. No.
yeah,
Almost Connecticut.
Well, Taiwan doesn't really have Comic Cons. They have not like Comic Cons. They have Dojin Cons like Japan. So there's a lot of it's all like indie stuff, but in the sense of doujinshi, and there's like guy-oriented doujin cons, girl-oriented doujin cons. It's very similar to Japan because everybody in Taiwan reads translated manga growing up, and there's more American stuff now because of the superhero movies, but still not much, which is why I didn't read a single superhero comic until I moved to the States for college. But yeah, so it's all doujin and manga here.
For you guys, doujin pretty much just means indie comics like what we do. Our stuff is technically considered doujins, right?
No. Doujin are more fan
art, right?
comics.
Yeah,
Yeah,
fan
it's fan.
comics.
It's
Yeah, but-
like it's sort of this like copyright loophole, or kind of like people just turn a blind eye to it because it fosters so much creativity. A lot of manga artists cut their teeth on drawing fan comics that are really good. A lot of them look professional, but they're not doing it full time, and they take published manga characters but do their own spin-offs of it. And then you have these doujin cons. They usually don't print them as like tankobons. They're not like serialized, but they'll have like these thin, probably B4 size doujins, and it's like that's the indie comic scene in Japan and Taiwan.
crazy.
Fan
Yeah,
comics
but
mostly. Some are
it's
original,
so
but
cool.
most of them are fan comics.
But there's a lot of original stuff. That's why I'm comparing it. If we could make fan comics legally, it would pretty much be the same. Because you'd have a bunch of people just making fan stuff, and only a portion of it was making original indie stuff. But like, yeah, there's still a good amount of actual original stuff, which is why I compare it to just small press.
It's pretty much small press. But like it's a huge scene. It's such a vibrant scene where there are printers that specialize in printing doujin for artists both in Japan and Taiwan. Like I found a printer in Taipei where I just needed like some blue lines printed when I was in Taipei. I walked in and there's like 30 people sitting at all the computers in this print shop, and they're all formatting their doujins, and I'm like, what's going on? The guy's like, oh yeah, we print like posters, and the walls are covered in like art prints and doujins, and the print shop owner was like, we specialize in this. We print art books and indie comics, and that's their entire business. So it's a huge scene. Even though there isn't so much of a professional market in Taiwan, there's a lot of fan stuff. So, I mean, I think it's great. That's how you foster creativity, right? And the thing with manga is Japan's copyright laws are pretty strict. When I did Tokyo Comic Con, Osaka Comic Con, they were very strict about you can't have anything on your table that's fan art at all. Everything has to be original, because it's like, even if I had a print of, say, some Miyazaki thing, they would be like, well, you're not the creator, you can't sell this. But because doujins foster so much creativity, they kind of turn a blind eye to it. So it's interesting.
Yeah, when
Obviously,
we
we don't have that
were
in the
at
States.
we went to Bell County, which was an awesome con. Alex Miller, who frequents the chat, he's a big Common America fan, and he brought over to my table like 6 Common America doujins from Japan.
That's awesome. Oh,
and
that's
they
so
were
awesome.
Super professionally printed. All of the art was like,
they're really professional.
They
look better than mainstream manga
sometimes.
sometimes. Like, yeah, they look better than actual published manga sometimes.
It was mind blowing because it's like that would be insane for Tim Lim and Mark to see their characters a full book by someone else that's just a super fan over in Japan. That must be amazing.
I think I genuinely think that's how the world should be. I really dislike Western copyright laws. I think it's pretty fucked that you can't just make a piece of art and then someone else can like use the violence of the government to come and like freaking take your money and throw you in a prison cell because you drew something. I think it's the most evil shit. But like, isn't that the sign of a strong IP? Like some professionals moonlighted to make fan books of your IP, and like someone could just get their hands on them.
Fan art is the greatest compliment. It's like piracy is kind of a compliment. That means people want your stuff so bad. Like, I don't know. To a certain extent, you have to just... I think it's healthy to tolerate it. And like, I don't know. I don't think... I'm generally against going after fans that are just making a thing because they love the IP so much. Like, that's a compliment. Why are you going to legally go after someone for loving your ideas and your characters, right?
Phil, how when we're talking dojins for Common America, how not safe for work did these dojins happen to be?
I didn't
what I wanna
see
get at.
any graphic adult content.
Okay.
Well, you'd have to ask Alex. I only flipped through like one of them. The rest of them, I just looked at the covers.
The rest of him, he's like, I don't think you want to look through these ones, Phil.
Maybe
many
I don't.
naked
I
women in
don't,
them.
I'm not sure.
Yeah, I think you have professionals moonlighting under pseudonyms doing small press fan stuff.
I think they
Over
do have
there.
that. Can a dojin help
So
you
cool.
work on an original book? I'm not sure. Yeah, like it's like I said, I think and like Jake mentioned, some artists are professionals, but they'll just draw dojin on the side as well, or they'll use a different name, so it's really hard to tell. And my experience is that it's people kind of know each other, and it's not always clear who's working on what project. It's like on publisher, like actually formally published manga, the assistants aren't credited, so you don't know who's working on those manga. And if a mangaka, like a published mangaka, is doing a dojin, they'll usually, I think they usually use a different name. So a lot of comic artists and dojin artists are very anonymous, but I would imagine if your work is really good, it could get you picked up.
If it gives you motivation to make a thing, like I'm pretty much as kids, we would draw the cartoon characters we liked. It's kind of like that, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep, it
If it
is. It is kind of like that.
if it motivates you to complete a book, and then you're like, well, how about I make my own characters up now?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, yeah, it's one of those things where now we're forced to come up with original things if we want to do indie comics, which I mean that's what I always wanted to do. But yeah, it's just such a different market if people are allowed to just make fan comics and sell them without getting sued. Alex Miller is
Oh,
in
hey.
chat. Hello.
There he is. That's
What's
him.
up?
That's him.
That's him.
Alex,
Yo.
how many of those Common America dojins would not safe for work? What? No, we
Yeah,
need
I
numbers.
you must have just came in, but I was talking about the dojins you were showing me at Bell. I only got to really flip through one. Did you have any sexy ones, or is it all pretty tame?
I have another
A lot
point
of-
to add to the fan art stuff is you know when people complained about the industry being infiltrated and the characters being bastardized, imagine if those people could have just made their own fan comics instead and got all of that out of their system
Oh,
without
God.
it having to ever be
Yeah,
official.
That's true. That is a very good point.
Well, I mean, yeah, I mean, they everybody's complaint was these, turns on these characters. The flips are basically like fan fiction. And
Well,
that's
all this
exactly what Dojin is.
I think so. I don't think fanfic has gained a bad name in Western
get a bad
media and
rap.
comics and literature, a bad rap. But I think it has gained a bad rap because so many people that are clearly fanfic writers and fanfic creators have ended up getting put on projects, on the main projects, before they're ready to handle a story that isn't fanfic. Because it's a different writing style. You're not it's hard. There's a lot to explain, but it's completely different. And when in an attempt to elevate certain people just because for like goodie points or whatever, I think fanfic has gained a bad rap because they've put fanfic writers on actual published mainstream projects. But if those creators were just making fanfic, they're happy, the readers are happy, that's not a problem. I think that's great for creativity and for someone to develop their skills further. But if they were never forced to develop their skills further and earn their way into some more mainstream or more solid or thoroughly thought out story, then they're never going to improve. So it's bad for the art form and it's bad for the creators as well.
Nolly Manga says stoked for the Common America X Street Fighter thing. That's real, right?
Yeah, it's
Yeah. And
launching.
I think is Weldon drawing that or no?
I don't think so. I think Tim actually might be drawing it. But Weldon's on an Udon jury book, who's a Street Fighter character. But yeah, I guess they're doing a Kickstarter for the common Street Fighter crossover this month sometime.
We just call them foot books, Phil. Jury books. We in the know. We just call them #foot books.
Jury? Oh yeah, the foot books. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, I met Weldon at the
God.
con, and he's the coolest guy ever. I love him.
Yeah, Weldon's awesome.
I'd die for him.
Wow.
Write that down quick.
Good for yeah.
You need a coupon. You need a I will die
Quick,
for you
Weldon.
coupon.
Take advantage of that, Weldon. Quick. No, good for Common America.
Coupon one day.
Yeah,
that's awesome. Good on them, man. That's so cool. They made it. That's making it. That's actual success, isn't it?
Yeah.
Ah, so cool.
They also they have a really good cosplay scene, and some of it's in Japan, and that's grassroots too. Like it's like
so
Dojin,
cool.
but it's just because Japan has like Dojin cosplay culture where it's like fan cosplay, just groups.
Yeah.
And yeah, one of the groups they started doing Common America. And I think they might have said they might do a calendar or like a book or something with that. But it all looks super professional and cool that one.
Cool.
When you get
but the cosplay adds a lot of like what do you like I don't know, it adds a lot of like je ne sais quoi. You know what I'm saying?
Just adds more momentum to the whole media of it. The IP.
Yeah. Momentum, that's a good word for it. Like if people are drawing fan comics, any fan art is momentum and actual success, because the success isn't how many books you're sold, even though that does certainly help and that does matter, but it really is about how if people are drawing fan art, cosplaying, if someone who is a fan has taken time and effort out of their daily lives to make something because they like your story, like that's the actual mark of success, I think. So Alex says they have things that are kind of NSFW, but they respect him and Mark Kimos to say, a lot of Dojin is NSFW, is spicy, and this sort of series that aren't spicy will get Dojin that are just, it's fanfic, right? It's readers fantasizing about things, so that is common.
It's so rare for the Dojin stuff to touch upon Western IPs. I think just because the people aren't as commonly interested in it, like literally, I think the only other ones I've seen is like Undertale stuff, and that is like world famous IP, not just a comic IP.
So in the heyday of during the Marvel movies, when they were really when they were really big, when was it? It was like 10 years ago. The one time I went to Winter Comic Cat, there were like Wolverine and Spider-Man and Marvel character Dojin at Comic Cat, but I don't know if there are any more.
Is that in Japan?
That stuff isn't as Comic Cat is the biggest Dojin con ever in the world, and it's twice in Japan. Once in the summer and once in the winter. So
can Dojin artists have their own fan base?
Yeah.
Where readers follow them?
Yes, absolutely.
Definitely.
Yeah, they have Dojin artists, Dojin circles, so they have like collaborator circles, and they get a table together. So, and a lot of the con attendance is built on the fan base that you have garnered. So my experience is more limited to trying to do Dojin cons in Taiwan, but it was so like there are conventions in Taiwan, but the thing is, it's not, it's sort of, you have to show up with an existing fan base, which is why I'm like, I don't think I'm going to do a con here until I have a Chinese edition and I get to know some more people, because I'll just go there and be ignored. And I mean, sure, it helps if your stuff looks good, but people kind of know who they're going for before they even show up. So definitely doujin artists have an existing fan base.
I think the two that are here in the Hollow Closet simulation of wherever you are is what Fancy Fest. Isn't the one called what's the
Fancy
other one?
Frontier. Fancy
Frontier.
and then
I
What
was
is
called
that?
Fancy Fest.
it's a
this
Doujin
Frontier.
Con in Taiwan, and then there's CWT.
But like,
I
yeah,
think one is more guy oriented, one is more girl oriented. But yeah,
I'm
it's a weird
excited
name. It's Asia.
to visit. I think they're coming up soon, right? In a month or two, here in the Hollow
I guess
Closet.
so. Yeah, I did Fancy Frontier once years ago when I was like
Fancy
17.
Frontier.
It was a long time ago.
But this winter coming up is the Winter Comic-Con. I am going to that. That is my aim, to go to the upcoming winter comic market in Japan, and just I want to see where all the stuff comes from and see all the people and see how many of them have masks covering their faces and how many people.
Oh yeah, that's weird. But that's the norm
kind of fun.
over in Japan. They were doing that before
Yes.
it was done.
I didn't see. It's not like people go around in like balaclava, just like cut out eye holes and stuff,
Ooh, that's
masks like
creepy.
that. But a lot of people wear face masks. It's not even linked to COVID. People just wear face masks when they have a cold or if they just don't feel like showing their faces.
Yeah.
So
You got a sore throat.
from my experience at Comic-Con, most artists they weren't like totally covered, but a lot of people had a face mask on. I guess especially if the stuff was spicier. But yeah,
Spicy.
that's my experience of it.
It's gonna be fun.
The Japanese are ninjas after all. Yes.
But yeah,
All right,
eventually
well-
having like Japanese translated stuff to take to like Comic-Con in Japan would be like a really cool goal.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Yes, that too. Women will wear them when I don't feel like putting on makeup. That's true.
What?
I kind of like it. It's like the culture is more introverted, so you're not expected to show your face and talk to people. It's been an adjustment because being in America so long, this is definitely America's an extrovert culture. So I've been able to just like relax into introvert land where I don't have to talk to anybody. I can go out. No one tries to ask how's your day. No one wants small talk. Everyone's just polite and done with business. It's great. It's great. I love it.
The best part is if
Wait,
you go,
Irene doesn't like talking about her day. You're
Yeah.
No,
that is
I love
surprising.
talking about my day and my week, and you are not taking my time. I don't like socializing unnecessarily during my day. Nice try, Pear.
It's even better if you don't know the language. Then you literally can't talk to anyone.
Oh yeah, I bet.
So if they ask you,
Perfect.
how's your day? You're like, well, I can't wait to talk about it later, but you're a part of the story and you're the worst part right now, so I need to leave.
Dang. Well, dang. Now we understand a move. Yes. Well, speaking
No.
of our weeks,
Whenever
wanna-
Irene starts talking to people, they all go, "Too much innocent debastable," and walk away.
No, people, I still get comments of, oh, your Chinese is so good. I'm like,
Hilarious.
yes, I've been getting this comment my entire life, every time I'm in Taiwan, even though I was born here. Your Chinese is so good. Yes, I know.
But that means that
Thank
it
you.
actually sucks, right?
No, I don't. It's because I don't look Taiwanese.
Oh,
And they're
gotcha.
shocked that I
what
basically have no
what do they
accent.
think you are? Just a mixed American?
They.
She looks more Japanese.
I have no idea.
basically.
I don't ask.
You
Maybe
ask.
some people think I'm Japanese. Some people are like, oh, she's mixed. Some people just think I'm white. Literally, it depends.
think
on,
you're
like,
Jewish.
Where I am.
Oh yeah, that could be it.
I had one person be like, "Oh, you look like the Wonder Woman actress." And I'm like,
yeah.
I don't at all. I wish I did, but also you recognize something there, so good guess.
Yeah.
If only.
Nice.
Bill Mouse is in the chat.
James.
We have not brought it up on the show, but he does have a live campaign, I believe, on Kickstarter. Just to throw that out there.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Last time I
go
looked,
figure
he was doing pretty well.
Mira.
Fantastic.
Hello, Bill.
Yeah,
Are we
hail.
doing weeks? Anyone want to go and get those out of the
Yes.
way?
You
Start
go.
the
Tell
timer,
us.
though.
Tell us about your
Come on.
week. You get one.
Go ahead,
30
Pear. You're chomping at the bit.
Okay. I'll show you. I got two things real fast. One is I've done 3 episodes now with Genuine Class on Twitter, and those are movie based. So I get a lot more of my itchiness to talk about movies out with him. But he doesn't like the Odyssey
Oh,
either, and
good.
I have to bite my tongue.
Oh, so why
My
don't
quest
you
for
bite your
finding-
tongue around him? But you know how to bite your tongue around us. I see how it is.
He has to
I
be
know, 'cause I
nice to
respect-
his new friend with his
Yeah,
new
he's like a new
show.
friend, so I don't want to burn
Oh.
bridges or anything.
He doesn't want to.
Oh, but it's
Yeah.
okay if you burn bridges with us.
Just
Yeah.
burn them a few years down the line. That'll be fine.
I see where we stand on Pear's social ladder. I
Yeah.
get it now.
Have you been enjoying it though?
Yeah, so we had a good discussion. Everyone can check it out on my channel. But a kind of fun thing about it was it randomly came up. He had a movie recommendation. He's watched a ton of movies and like kind of quote unquote bad movies too. So it just came up. We were talking and he's like, yeah, you should watch Forbidden World. It's like from 1981 or something. It's an alien ripoff, low budget. It's produced by the famous producer who did all the low budget stuff back in the day. I can't think of his name right now, but he's awesome. And yeah, so I watched that movie. I just kind of threw it on. It's free on Tubi. That movie was amazing. So it was really fun to get a recommendation, watch like a supposedly crappy low budget movie that ends up being really awesome and really fun. And the coolest thing about it was, and this is why he recommended it, but it's like an alien ripoff. So it's like a slasher in space where your characters are dying one by one kind of thing. But there's a girl in it. I forget her name now. It's like Stacy. It's like a really ridiculous regular name. And you're like, oh my God, she's going to be the first to die. And you're like, Stacy like doesn't serve any purpose. I'm like, Stacy, what are you doing? And she just keeps surviving. And it becomes like an in-joke, meta joke with the audience where you could almost get the feeling that the filmmakers are aware of it and they're effing with you. So, and you're like, what? This in a low budget movie? You're getting like, this is like something Tarantino would do. But yeah, Stacy, you got to watch it to see if she makes it all the way through the movie or not. But that became a super entertaining aspect of it, of like the girl that should die. She's the most disposable. Everything about the narrative makes you think she's the one who's going to die. And she keeps not dying. And you're like, damn, Stacy.
Does she die through like does she survive through accident or does she survive through surprise competence?
Right,
It's like
that's
a
a good
little bit
question.
of both. But yeah, like the most quote unquote competence, I think once she's like in a sauna. So this will give you an idea. She's like in a sauna, sunbathing in the nude on this spaceship. And you're like, oh, and the alien's creeping up on her from the grates above and slime is dripping down. It's missing her like boobs by a little bit, you know. This is like low budget cinema, you know. And you're like, oh my God, she's so gonna fucking die. And then it does pounce on her and she dodges it. You're like, what? She dodged it. And she runs away screaming. And you're like, oh nice, you dodged it, Stacy.
Well, yeah, DF has a good point. Why would you kill off the babe? Either the hot chick dies first or dies last because you need
died.
That's
that's a good point.
And even to that point, there are 2 babes. So yeah.
Ooh.
And so they
Does one of the babes die?
Maybe she'll be the one to die. Yeah. Yes.
So
I want to show.
They get a babe they can kill, and they get a babe they can keep the boobies out on screen for the whole movie. They get the cake and eat it too.
You get the girl that dies right at the beginning, and then you have the girl next door type that survives to the end of the movie.
That's the seedling queen and the block babes in Kana.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, and isn't that a little bit the discussion kind of
formula.
like stereotypes? First off, stereotypes aren't even necessarily a bad thing, but it's good to know them, whatever. But yeah, like using
They're
the
not.
stereotypes against the audience is like pretty fun.
Yes.
And yeah, so I don't know.
That would be an awesome angle to explore.
Yeah. Okay. So then I got one other story. I told Phil this in person, this story, but Phil, I don't know if you've seen this footage. Now I will say ahead of time.
No, I don't think I have. Pull this up.
It doesn't look as impressive as it was in my mind on camera. It looks like lame, but I'll show you guys what I did.
You got to set
and
the
then-
scene.
Is this a GoPro on your bike when you nearly died or something?
No. My brother. I went biking with my brother, and he shot this on his phone and then emailed it to me or whatever. But okay, so there's me. You can see me coming down the
See
hill.
it.
If you change the aspect ratio,
Oh,
we'll be able to see
nice.
more. But-
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go
Fancy.
back to the spot. Yeah, there's me in the air. That
Yo.
gap is like 3 feet, and so that's like a little drop, and it's like So if you go too slow over that, or if you eat the jump instead of popping it a little bit, then your front tire hits that lip, and then you die. So it's like a little bit
Well,
Instantly.
glad you survived. Instantly.
die.
Game over.
But they call on the trail. They call these the gatekeeping feature. So this is a black, but it's kind of an easy-ish black, but just a jump trail black, which means all the jumps have gaps in them, which I kind of don't do really. I'm not good enough yet. This was one of the first that I've done, and I was nervous and I was not going to do it. There was a blue trail right next to it. The blue trails have tables, so you can fail on the jump and you just roll over it. It's like not even a big deal. But if you fail on a black jump, you smash your front tire into that lip and then you die. So so it's like kind of
Wow.
scary. And then
Sounds
and
exciting.
I could maybe do it in theory, but I was definitely nervous. And I told my brother, I was like, well, I'm getting kind of tired and I'll be too tired later. So if I do it, I got to do it now. He's like, he was saying, just do the gatekeeping feature, the first drop. I want to see you do that. I was like, I have to do it now. And he's like, yeah, do it. So he was peer pressuring me and I was a little uncomfortable. And I'm like, man, if I crash, I'm going to be like kind of mad at you for peer pressuring me into this. And
Yeah.
this is, the next morning I fly out to Texas too. So I'm like, I actually can't get super injured. And that is possible on a bike. So I really was kind of hoping. And
That
So-
you would get injured, so you didn't have to go.
that actually crossed my mind, but
Oh.
in the end, it's good I went and everything. But I didn't want to, get really injured. And then, so the other thing Isaac said is he's like, you'll hit the drop, and then there's a jump that it sends it into you right after that. There's a jump, and if you hit that, then you're gonna get really confident. You're gonna realize the trail is literally built for extreme comfort, and you can just pop every jump super easy. You'll make it all the way to the end. You'll get a rush of confidence. He said all this stuff. And I was like, well, I'll just do the first gatekeeping feature. So I do it, and you guys see it on the trail. I do it, whatever, and it works. So I'm like, fuck it, I'll try the second one. I hit the second one, and I did it also really nice. It felt so cool. I immediately had this is all happening in real time, but it happened like split second. I had like the most euphoric natural rush I've ever had in my life, maybe. I actually literally got high on the trail, and I was thinking in my head, fuck it. I just kept thinking, fuck it, let's do another one. And so I hit a third, and I hit that one perfect. And then at that point, I'm out of my brother's sight, so I'm further down the trail. And the whole trail is like 12 total. And so I'm
When
like,
is he gonna wipe?
dude. And I just keep, I'm flying, I'm floating. I'm really like saying that to myself. I'm like, fuck it, I'm flying, baby. I'm floating, baby. And then it got to number 6. And number 6, it was a little blind where you can't see where the landing is, and it's a turn. So I actually went off it at the wrong angle, like straight into the bushes. So I'm in the air, and I popped extra hard off it because I was high. So I'm in the air, pretty high, floating, totally going the wrong way. I tried to turn midair, which never works. So then I land and my bike immediately goes poof, like that, and I go flying.
Tell me
Straight into
that's
this-
on camera. You can't
Yeah, I know.
describe this without
Yeah, how do
having it
you-
on camera
You need a
for us.
GoPro.
Yeah. Well,
We
the thing
wanna
that's weird about
see.
GoPros is they don't even look. People will do like straight down, and they're saying on the GoPro, they're like, "This is way steeper than it looks. This is way steeper than it looks." It doesn't look that impressive on a GoPro, but then when you see it, some shit you see, you're like, "Oh my god, that's freaking amazing." Usually with the stuff people do, that's where I'm still wrapping my head around. I actually have no idea how some people, like when we went to Whistler, it's like 15-year-olds in white t-shirts and shorts, and they wear a helmet, but they don't wear like body armor. Like I have all the gear. I look like a SWAT officer. And these guys they wear a t-shirt and shorts, and they're sending it like 30-foot gaps. They're in the air, like picture 30 feet. They're in the air like 20 feet in the air. Not even joking. and then they just they're
Well,
landing. And I'm thinking
they're
like if I did that, I actually
15.
I would literally die if I did that. So that's why.
Yeah,
I-
they're
if I
15.
did-
If they break a bone, they heal in a week, and they have no fear. So
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
it's fine.
If I
But-
did that, when I'd landed, the wheel would literally dent like half of it into a flat side.
Oh my
Yeah,
god, just imagining that.
The bike,
Holy
yeah, the
shit.
bike might turn on you. There's like a lot of weird stuff. But so anyway, I slammed into the hill, but there's a bush there. But I slammed right through the bush, kind of hit my head, and I have a helmet luckily. My head just tilts to this, kind of smashes into my shoulder like that, and I feel my neck pop. And then I get up and I was actually fine. I got scraped by the bush.
Jeez.
I kept biking. I was like, damn, I got a good lesson in crashing, didn't get injured. That was all good. The only other thing is now 2 weeks later, my neck is still sore.
Oh no!
Well, yeah, if you snapped
Ew.
it,
What
maybe
kind of
get
sore?
that checked.
What kind
Well,
of
I think it feels like I slept on it wrong, but it's only if it's really literally only if I turn right here, I feel it.
Okay,
But I have
do
full
you
mobility.
I should probably get
do
it.
you have
checked.
one
I
of
mean,
the-
if it's
do you
been
have
2
one of-
weeks.
do you have one of those weightlifting massage guns with a ball on the end of it or not?
Ooh, I got one.
No, but yeah, I need something like that or something.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give it another week and just see if it's like improving. I kind of think it is, so I think it's not a big deal, but it is what it is like, damn, if for some reason that was a little bit worse, you are looking at a more serious neck injury. I'm lucky that it wasn't anything like that. But even that, like I have a sore neck or whatever.
Yeah, I wish you
Yeah,
had
it's a long
access to one of
time.
those massages. You can do a similar thing with like a golf ball in a sock, but
Yeah.
What are you
Yeah,
talking about?
watch-
Those things that look like a vibrator gun?
yes. Do you not know that, Phil? If you don't have one of the vibrator guns, you put a golf ball in a sock, and you basically, for scapular pain, rub up against a wall with the ball in the sock, like the bear from the Jungle Book.
Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
Baloo.
don't think I've ever tried that.
Look
Hey,
at
do you
me
think you'll
just
be-
flying.
Do you think you'll be after that story? That looks really small now, but
I know,
No,
we wanted to
but
see
it's
the
not.
crash.
it's
Not
not.
that I relish in it.
Yeah.
Flying it.
Well, the
flying
thing,
it-
it's the beginning of the trail, so you get going faster as you go. And I didn't get to it,
Yeah.
but the last jump is a 12-footer, which is kind of a lot. I was saying 30, these
That
kids
is-
doing
sounds like a
30 is
lot.
crazy. But the
12 is
12-footer,
a
my
lot.
brother did it, and he had me film him. And same thing, he was a little disappointed in how it looked on camera because he said, feel it when you're doing it, it feels insane. And then you look on camera and you're like, yeah, that's pretty cool, but whatever.
Mm.
And
It's the angle of the lens on a phone camera. They suck. They flatten everything out. So.
yeah. Also, like
Yeah.
if you're there, I feel like anyone would be just like so scared. And so we're doing stuff that scares people. So that's kind of fun.
Yeah, it's like it's kind of annoying how a lot of GoPros or when people are filming themselves doing sports stuff, they do the whole super wide angle thing. But I kind of get it because it feels more dramatic. Because if you didn't do the super wide angle, it feels boring. Like you don't get the same depth as you do in real life.
Yeah. Wide angle, like give you the sense of speed, but it doesn't give you always, like how steep it is or the distance or whatever. Or stuff like the scale.
If you had
indeed.
I don't know why everyone hates on the 3D TVs and shit. If they were common and then you could have like a 3D GoPro, people would feel the scale. It would be insane. 3D GoPro, like bike videos, snowboarding videos, all that shit would be like epic to experience.
Yeah.
But no.
Moon Trustee says Pear oversold this tiny
But
bump.
no.
I told you guys at the beginning
Yeah.
of the story. But what I'm saying too is the 6th jump when I crashed, that one was bigger too. That was a lot of fun. I wish we could get that on camera.
Well,
Well, yeah,
next time.
going into a bush is definitely like the saving cushion for doing a fall. I told the story before about when I flew into a thorn bush. That was also a lesson learned, buddy. Don't be don't do it the right way. Don't go on your bike without any shoes and no brakes.
Yeah.
oh my gosh. Everyone has to
break,
fly
yeah.
into a bush or wipe out on pavement at least once on a bike.
Wait, actually, vibe check. How many arms and legs have been broken by each person?
Vibe
wait.
check.
I
Never
feel-
say that again.
We
please.
did this. I haven't broke anything, I'm pretty sure, which is weird.
I guess we did do this.
Yeah, we did this like right before like the last show.
Right.
I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I don't think
Unvibe
I've
check.
broken anything. I've dislocated an elbow.
But
Okay.
I remember because we actually talked about this when we were in Texas, Pear and I. I forgot to mention when we talked about it on the show when I fell off my motorcycle, but I didn't break anything. I just ripped up my arm, and then I have a scar on my elbow now. Here, that was like weeks before I launched Magic Cop, the first one back in 2019. So like in the trailer for Magic Cop, my arm is wrapped in gauze because I skinned it. Yeah.
Yeah, I think
times.
we did talk
Brutal.
about. I know I've shown this on stream. The light is
Oh my
fucking
god.
with it. But, yeah, I got scraped on my bike once. What's weird was I didn't even fall off. I just scraped another bike passing them. I'm actually not even sure like what part of the bike could have done it, but it was like 6 or 7 stitches, and then there was another one here. But I actually just
Women.
kept biking it, and I didn't even notice anything until one of my friends started freaking out. I was like, "There's blood everywhere!" I was like, "Oh, I guess I should get that checked out."
I don't know how anyone can ride motorcycles / scooters. The only time I've ever done it was on my friend Dave's farm when we were kids. And like he didn't tell me even how it worked properly. He didn't tell me how the brakes worked. I thought the accelerator was the brake. So like, and I go and he sends me
What?
down a hill. Yeah, I know. It's another situation with the freaking bike into a
You
bush.
need to
I go-
teach some- oh
I
my
go
God!
down this farm lane on this bike, and he's laughing his head off because I don't even know how to ride it. And I'm like, the
Oh
only way
my
I knew how to,
God!
the only way I could figure out how to stop was to like turn around really quick and like go up a
What?
bank. But then because I thought the accelerator was the brake, I accelerated up the bank whilst turning.
Oh no!
Luckily, I
That's
didn't break
horrible.
anything. But yeah,
How
I
did you think the accelerator was a brake? You brake, but it's like the same as a bicycle. It's
because
not that hard.
no, well, some bicycles have like turning the handle to brake. Doesn't matter.
No,
But
that's not a
Oh.
thing.
I recently
Ah.
fixed my fear of scootering by getting like a tiny electric thing. So
Yeah, I miss my motorcycle. I mean, I still have it. It's in my
I
garage.
didn't realize that was you getting over a fear of scootering. Yeah, everyone here rides scooters. Taiwan is scooter land, guys. There's,
Asia.
Taiwan in particular. Asia, yes, with Taiwan in particular. You go to Japan, you won't see that many scooters. There are, but it's still people drive. In Taiwan, it's literally just there are more scooters than people, I believe. It's kind of ridiculous.
That's funny.
It's great. It's a lot of fun, but it's hell to drive.
okay,
Yes, I hate traffic.
Who
It's horrible.
who has a week if they
I
want to do it?
do. I
Okay,
have
go for it.
something pulled up. I took a very
Oopsie.
nice trip to
Start the timer.
a little town. No, we're not. Shut up. It's my show. Do what the fuck I want. But we'll see if screen sharing fucks up my connection. So
The delay went
Lo-
away.
lo
Thank
behold.
criminy.
I'm
It
now that you
worked.
said it, it's gonna. Now that you said it went away, it's gonna come back. But
That looks
yeah,
like a
look,
desktop background.
This was a real place that I visited. This is a place
Crazy.
called Jiufen, and this is the town in northern Taiwan that inspired the environments for Spirited Away. So it's very well known for
Heard of that.
being the inspiration for Spirited Away. It's a Ghibli movie. Miyazaki said that he went to this town, and it's not even in Japan. It's in northern Taiwan, and it's a mountain town that has really steep pathways. Let me see. You see, there's another tourist right in front of me. But there's stairs everywhere because it's the thing with Taiwan is it's an island that has a mountain range right in the middle, and in some areas, especially right at the north and south, the mountains come right up really close to the ocean. So in towns like Jiufen, these are old mining towns, but then you look down the hill and it's the ocean right there. So it's gorgeous. It's out in the middle of absolute nowhere, but it's absolutely beautiful. And there's stairs and lanterns and old temples and stuff. And now that it's become known for being like this movie inspiration, there are like cobblestone streets and stores and trinkets, and there's tons and tons of food. Probably gained like 5 pounds. Just gorging my face off while I was there.
But
yeah, it
then
was great.
walked it all off with the frickin' steps. Henry Bemis,
Oh,
you're very correct.
so many stairs.
He says
yeah.
not a town for fatties. So yes, if you happen to be a very large guy with knee problems who visits a hologram simulation of the exact same place, it's
Hologram
living
simulation.
hell. Yeah, like.
Well, you gotta work your way up to it, or just suffer through it,
Hopefully,
or just struggle.
it gets better.
It's very nice. The you need to have the thing. Since I've been back in Taiwan, I've been thinking that I have eaten because the food here is amazing. I've been drinking bubble tea. I've been eating nonstop.
Okay.
But also, I am climbing stairs every single day. I walk everywhere. So I actually think I have lost weight. Just because you, by necessity, have to walk and climb stairs all the damn time. Like, I don't have a car. I don't drive anywhere. It's like, sometimes I Uber, but I just walk. And there you go. That's why everybody here is thin as a rail. Is that Vaughn? Not that.
What, did you
no,
did
that
you
was a
eat
lady.
anything cool? I want to hear about the food.
The food. I mean, I am not picky, and I love basically everything. But I went to a tea house, like a proper Chinese tea house for the first time. I don't know if I have a photo of it here. I have some nicer photos on a different camera, but I don't have it downloaded yet. So maybe I'll pull that up next week. Or maybe I'll finally stream this weekend and show you guys. But there's a tea house called Ame Tea House that has like, it looks like the onsen, like Yubaba's building from Spirited Away. So you can kind of see the inspiration, like the actual movie, the onsen building is like the exaggerated version of this tea house.
It's a big stacked wooden building.
Yeah, it's a big stacked wooden building with lanterns and balconies all around it. So that's a tea house right in the middle of Jiufen, the touristy area. And I went there finally, and I didn't understand. I never understood what the big deal with tea was. Like, Chinese people make a whole shebang about tea and tea ceremonies, but it's actually really nice because you go there and the servers teach you how to pour the tea, and it's actually really good tea leaves. It's not like the shit you just buy at
They teach you how to pour
stores.
it.
Well, it's
Yeah,
like a
so
multi-stage
they have-
ceremony thing. You have
Yeah,
the
you-
leaf bowls.
You have a little tiny teapot.
What are they
you
getting
have the
paid for,
tea
then?
leaves.
They get a pour
That
it. For me.
what?
They should be
no,
getting
it's
paid
like-
to pour it.
No,
I'm
you
just
pour your own, but they're serving the food anyways. And they like refill the hot water for you. But it's like,
Better.
I get it because it's nice to keep pouring the tea and you have something to do while you're conversing and like just sitting down. So it's not just buying a bottle of tea from the convenience store. It's an actual nice pastime to have, and there are like little tea snacks to go with it. So it was really good. And
crazy.
it was the first time I got a caffeine high from drinking tea because it was
What?
actually
That's crazy.
good tea leaves that was really strong. So it never happens because I drink so much coffee. When I drink tea, I feel nothing, but this time I actually did. So that was nice. But I don't have a picture of that right here.
You get the little things that you drink it out of are basically like tea shot glasses, right? And the pot you make, it only has like 2 shot glasses worth, and so you have so much busy work to keep refilling this thing, and it really does feel like you're having caffeine shots. The whole thing takes like 2 hours to get through, and you're basically mainlining caffeine shot glasses, and it facilitates like a really fun conversation, but then when you're coming up on this caffeine high, it's like, oh my god, I get it. I understand the tea ceremony. It's just like the Chinese version. It's like the Chinese version of going to an Amsterdam like head cafe and having
brothel.
Yes, definitely.
There was no brotheling as far as I could tell, but also it's a bathhouse. Yeah, onsen is bathhouse in Japanese, or onsen is hot springs. It's onsen
Were you in
house.
water while drinking this tea?
No,
No.
no. The
Oh.
actual building that is rumored to have inspired the onsen house, bathhouse in Spirited Away, is a tea house. You just sit, not in a bath, and drink tea. But the
Cool.
anime building is a bathhouse.
I don't think that Spirited Away
Hello,
could have
Bubba.
got much out of drinking tea. So the changing it to a bathhouse has more stuff to play with. Especially
Yeah.
wiping off people's grime and like grime coming through the pipes and stuff and like pumping hot water around.
Yeah, the whole theme about Chihiro learning to work and having to work hard, that works better storytelling wise if it's a whole hotel operation with an onsen. So let's see.
Can I jump in with a story seeing Phil mentioned food?
Oh yeah.
Sure. I
Let's
do
go back to
have
these
one picture of
tea-
food.
Ah, it's from the place. Phil, in my hologram simulation in the hollow closet of the exact same place that I wasn't at, but instead was in a hologram simulation of. So, you know, Parent Phil, you know the soup Nazi from
Yes.
Seinfeld?
Yeah.
So
Soup Nazi.
the soup Nazi. So I'll introduce this character. Let's call him the rice Nazi or the pancake Nazi, seeing as pancakes are on the screen. So there
Without
was-
knowing the
pancakes?
context, that sounds really bad, but I know the context. That's
So
fried
there's a-
tofu on screen.
No, it was fine
which
to
is
call
really
people
good.
Nazis in the 90s. It's okay, guys.
No. Let's call
It
everybody
was
Nazi
funny.
then. So water that word
Nazi.
down thoroughly.
All
To
right,
the
that doesn't look like
restaurant-
a pancake to me. That looks like
No, that's fried tofu. That's fried tofu
Oh,
that's
skins.
just fried tofu skin.
even worse than
So
that.
there's
No,
this
it's
guy
great.
who
It's really
who
good.
owns this tiny out of the way restaurant thing, just like the soup Nazi has his little place. And the first night you go there, you go through the door, and he looks, gives you a look, and he's like, "No food, bye bye." He's like, "You're not even allowed to eat there. No food, bye bye."
Is that what
That's-
happened?
Well, it's similar, right? He said, "Well, you don't have any food. We're closed. Bye. Get out of here." So it's just like
He
the
was
soup
all
Nazi.
out?
Yeah,
How
yeah, yeah.
dare you,
Do you
Eric
think he
the
might have been lying?
Guapo?
You might
Who
be
How
knows?
dare
Good.
you insult my cultural cuisine? This is
I
good shit.
think-
Yeah, it does look horrible.
I think you don't really
Oh, fuck
run out
off.
of eggs.
You're
for
gonna love
scallion
it.
pancakes.
If you
So-
were there, you would love this food. This is
So
good.
then, the place also had a bunch of signs that were like, "Hey, could you shut up instead of eating loudly?" With like anime panels of people looking angry. Like, if you're gonna eat, what was the sign? What did the sign say, Irene?
Oh gosh, yeah, I should have taken a picture of it. It was so funny. Okay, so hold on. First of all, this restaurant. By the way, if anyone is, I think Epignosis said he was going to.
Don't
Taiwan
tell them where it
sometime
is.
soon.
They'll go in and say, "We heard about you. You're the you're the racist."
Oh, okay. I won't recommend the
You-
restauant. Then you go find it yourself and go figure out where it is. But yeah, this place was hilarious because this is how you know the food is good, because there was on the website and on Google Maps and on like every single table in this tiny little hole in the wall, there was signs of first of all, he was a giant nerd and he had a collection of all of these figurines.
What?
But there
This
was
is in the restaurant?
This is
yes, the guy was a big fan of figurines and apparently really likes the aliens from Toy Story. So this was like right
Nice.
next to the eating area. It was so funny. But there were signs on every single table that were like, "Shut your mouth when you're eating. I don't want to hear any eating sounds. If you're going to slurp or smack your lips or burp, then get out of my restaurant. And if you don't know if you make noise when you eat, then just close your mouth and then you'll be fine." And then he had all these dining rules at the front of the menu, like,
Oh, yeah.
if you let your kids run around, I'm kicking you out of the restaurant. If you switch seats after I serve your food, you're getting kicked out of the restaurant. I'm like, this is
And
how you
on
know
it-
the food is good, because he
in the back-
is just going to kick you out at the drop of a hat.
In the back of the menu, it
It's
also
so
said,
great.
"If you have any opinions on how I should cook my food, why don't you keep them to yourself, buddy?"
Yeah.
Yeah, it was so
That
It was
sounds
if
hilarious.
you any opinions about how I should cook my food, save it, because why don't you open your own restaurant if you have so much to say?
Yes.
It was so good.
That's awesome.
But he was the nicest guy ever. It was just very no nonsense.
Well then, so
Must have had some horrible guests.
first time he's like, no soup for you, and then you leave, and you're like, that's it, we're coming back. You go back the second time, earlier this time, and then you look at the menu. He has like sold out stickers on most of the stuff, and you're like, what the fuck? And the only thing is like egg fried rice, pancake, like scallion pancakes, and it's like, this is like nothing. This is gonna be terrible. But it's like, you want to win over the heart of the soup Nazi. So you're like, whatever. I came here. I'm buying it. I'm not gonna leave. You get the food. Like, go back to the pancake photo. Right. You would not believe how good that tastes.
I don't. The pancake photo is in my other camera, but I'll show you guys.
You would not believe how good the egg fried rice was, and the tofu pancakes, and all the. It was so good. It was so good.
It was really good.
But
it was good food.
On the second day, you're like trying to have a conversation with him, and he's basically like giving you the cold shoulder. He's like, just shut up and eat your food. Like, stop trying to talk to me. You like try and talk to him about his Toy Story alien figurine collection, and he's like, oh, okay, yeah, great story. Could you eat your food? And then and all the stuff is sold out. All the meat is sold out. And so you're like, if someone came back tomorrow, would there be meat? And he's like, if you come before closing time, idiot. And so third night, you really want to win over the heart of the soup Nazi. You go back and then the meat is on the menu. You order like 2 of the giant meat platters and a bunch of stuff, and you basically prove to him that like you're dedicated to this whole soup scenario. And third night, managed to warm the heart of the soup Nazi, and then all of the coldness dropped. All it took was like 3 visits and a bunch of food. All it took
was 3 visits. Yeah, it was really, really good food. Yeah, I would recommend this place, but apparently I should send anyone going to Taiwan on a wild treasure hunt instead. So there you go. But if you do go to Taiwan, you can get scallion pancakes. It's called tongzuabing. It's the kind that's like kind of crunchy. It's not the regular breakfast crepes. You could get it at breakfast stores, but they'll have it in some restaurants as well. It's like the crunchy one. Get it with some egg. It's great. So you can get that in a lot of places.
Okay.
There you go. Yeah, I've been stuffing my face.
Bill,
this was a fun trip.
Bill's taking off. Good to see you, Bill. Thanks for stopping by.
See you, Bill.
Good night, Bill.
Thanks for stopping by.
See you, Bill.
There were tons of trinkets, and I bought a lot of useless little things. Also, here's a bad English sign.
Please do not ride here.
It's the Chinese says, please don't sit on the step, or please don't sit here. But the English is
don't ride this.
There you go.
It's awesome.
Yes, there you go. There's still people speak better English now than when I was growing up, but still sometimes
you got a lot of tattoos on your legs since the last time I saw you.
Yeah, those are totally tattoos. Those are leggings. I don't have tattoos on my legs. Rest assured, everybody. I was still working though. This was my setup in my Airbnb. So, look, I was working on pages. I was working. Even while traveling. So there you go. That was my week. I was drawing and I was living it up in a little mountain town in northern Taiwan. Oh, I got this little temple. Hold on, I was showing this earlier. There you go. Look at this. That's cute.
Oh,
Nice.
Oh,
it's
that's
a
cool.
magnet.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice. Fridge magnet.
Yeah. It comes as like a flat board and you pop all the pieces out and you put it together. I like little time wasters like this. So anyhow, there you go. I have legs. Yes, I do. I do indeed. I am a whole person. I'll have you know. Yay! Other than that, I have pages to show, I suppose, but I'll save that for later because I've gone on for a while. But yeah. It was nice. It was nice to get out of the grind actually relax for a bit. And I love that town. I've been there a couple of times. Usually just for a day trip. I never really got to stay there for a while, but it was nice to stay there and really relax because it's one of those experiences where you're just in the middle of bumfuck nowhere and you kind of dead to the world. It feels like nothing else matters. You're just surrounded by nature and fun stuff, and it's really relaxing. So yeah, that was nice. Even when I travel, I don't really go on vacation. It's always for a con. So finally,
Yeah,
I had a mild bit of relaxing, just a little bit.
that's cool. It's good. Good little getaway time.
Yeah,
Could,
you always go on, Phil.
Oh no, I was going to change the subject really quick. What were you
No, it's changed it. I was about to say, you always think that a work vacation with a convention is still going to be fun, but it really isn't. It's not a vacation at all.
It's just work. It's just work. So
Yeah.
I think the last time I had a vacation that wasn't tied to a con, well, I did like a really short trip. I did like a flyby trip, stopping by Germany, a few months back, but it wasn't even fun. Well, it was fun, but it was still stressful. It was stressful, but it was fun. But it was because it was so short. It wasn't like I can relax now. And then before that was 2019 when I went to Iceland. So I don't really do vacations, and it was nice to finally have an actual vacation because that never happens.
I think Epignosis says he's going to Taiwan. Is that what he's asking? Is that what the comments related to?
Yeah, that's what I said. Epignosis is going to Taiwan, but you don't want him to find out about the restaurant.
Wow.
Maybe I can tell you in secret.
We can tell him.
Maybe I can tell you on the down low later, so you definitely should go to Joe Fun. It's a lot of fun. Very family friendly too.
You should definitely go into Melon Books in Taipei and go into the 18+ section and try and outspend me.
Not family friendly. I think he mentioned he's taking his family. So Melon Books, not family friendly. Joe Fun, family friendly.
Melon.
Yeah.
Is the melon a euphemism for breasts?
Maybe, but all of the like logos and stuff is all green like a melon. So maybe it is. Maybe it is a link to Booba.
I'm not. I don't think they really care. I've been to an onsen in Japan. They didn't really have a problem with it, but it's probably because they could tell I was a foreigner, and they don't care as much if you have tattoos and you're a foreigner. But yeah, I've never had a problem. Maybe if you go to a more like mom and pop onsen that isn't aimed at tourists, they would not let you in. But yeah, who knows?
Well, look, Epic, you can totally peel off and do your own thing. I'm not saying take the family there.
I will hit me up, Epignosis. I'll send you a list of things you can do around Taipei or wherever else you're going. I would do great as a tour guide. I kind of did semi-tour guide some friends. The only time I had friends from America actually come visit me in Taiwan. I took them like north to south, from Taipei all the way down to Kending. We have like this beachy national park. It's basically like Thailand. There are like white sand beaches. There are streets where you just like walk down the street in your bikini and drink the whole way. It's great. So I took them there. I would do great as a tour guide. That's my backup if comics fail, which it won't.
One more restaurant story. I'll just use this as my week. I already told the rice Nazi one. Imagine you got the soup Nazi, ends up being positive. Then there's like a complete opposite. Imagine there's this tiny, cool little building, and you're like, oh, that like place looks cute. I wonder what it's like. And it's like on Google as a cafe. You go in there. It's like there's two other foreigners that are like totally getting their ears talked off by this guy. There's like a table on the phone translating things, and you're like, this is very weird.
Oh my god.
And you say like, you look at the menu, has nothing on it. You ask for like the rice and the coffee, and imagine you're in a tiny cafe with just one guy. You've just ordered the food, and then like he does nothing, and then he starts talking to you. Yeah, he starts talking to you like you're in an art gallery, and he's talking about the art on the walls. It's about talking about the building in the area.
This
and then
guy was probably a bit off his rocker. and was just like, I used to be a tour guide, and let me show you all these tour guide pictures and tell you about the history of Jofen and talk up my past history as a tour guide and give you some life lessons and pour you tea instead of giving you the drink that you actually ordered and
You're
forgetting
like, I would like
about
a
it.
coffee, please.
Like-
He's like, well, here's some tea on the house while you wait for your coffee. It's like, I don't want no tea, old man.
Oh my god.
And then he like, the place is pretty disheveled. I'm like, yeah, this is rustic. And like, he picks up some book that looks like it was like destroyed in the Library of Alexandria and places it on the table. And he's like, talks about this book like as if we're gonna look through it. It's like, just want the food and to go. What are you doing? And it,
Oh,
then
that
Irene,
place.
she does to make sure people know you're listening sometimes, you do the solid snake thing. Like, people can get through life doing the solid snake thing. Do you guys know about this?
What's
I
all
don't
the
know.
snake thing?
Is it when you repeat what someone says but with a question mark?
Yeah. You
Oh,
kind of
God,
repeat it back.
So I'm like trying to be polite and just like half listening, even though I'm just like, I want to eat my fucking food and get the fuck out of here because you're kind of a weirdo. And like, so he says something, and especially in Chinese, I don't think you do it as much as in English, but so to like confirm that you've heard what someone else is saying, you kind of like repeat the last bit of what you're saying. It's like, they're like, oh yeah, this hill is really green, and you're like, oh, it's green, huh? And so that's kind of what I was doing. And then he replied to me, yeah, that's what I said. So he was both weird and just
It's so rude.
out of the blue, and I'm like, what the fuck is this service? I want to get out of here.
That's
Oh my
so
god,
Oh,
I was
funny.
like, this guy's fucking nuts.
So you used to be a tour guide. I get it. It's like, yeah, I just
no,
told you, idiot.
Moon trustee. So I felt extra bad because he wasn't preparing the food. The cook was apparently his like super elderly mother in the adjoining house. So he went out in the backyard and then came back. And I'm like, I guess
She
our
was
food's being
making
prepared. And
Yeah.
10 minutes later, this tiny old lady came in with bowls of food, and I'm like, oh, all she has is him, and she has this weirdo of a son trying to sell her awesome. The food was really good, and she was making it. But yeah, the guy up front was a bit off his rocker, and I'm like, oh, that sucks for
But he-
her because I
But he-
wanted to
but
leave.
He was also like, yeah, I used to have a life, and now I just help my old mom who can't do anything. And I guess this is where
That's
things
kind of like
ended up.
literally what he said. I was like,
Yeah,
that's
so-
nice. Not really.
Anyway,
Anyway.
that's it. That's my week, apart from playing a lot of Fortnite, and I'm gonna be playing a lot this week because it's a whole stupid Sprite thing.
Your hologram is being put to good use. Your holodeck.
Yeah, I had a great holo closet. I had a great week in the closet. So I'm never.
I'm glad you
I'm
enjoyed
never
your time
coming
in
out.
the closet.
Never coming out.
You're the
Glad to
new
hear.
Harry Potter of our whole comic scene. Because
Yeah, my
un-
fat
In a
adopted
closet.
parents come and beat the shit out of me, and I'm like, why?
He's under the stairs and in the closet.
Yeah.
Hey, Cool King. What's up? Oh, type it a kunding. I know that probably I just realized that sounded weird in English. Kunding. It's
Funding.
just look it
What
up.
are you talking about?
Yes, it's
Oh.
a national park at the south of Taiwan.
Mr. Kunding.
I got one really quick thing. This is random. Harry Potter made me think of it.
Okay.
Yeah.
But in
go
the
for it.
last month, I live in Washington State, like a more liberal zone, you know?
Mhm.
And then there's also like a redneck contingent, which is really fun. And I am like
Oh,
a
I've
day
heard.
walker. I go through both. But just to report back, I think this is like a little bit of misunderstanding, but my super liberal friend who's like Democrat, he worked for the Democrat Party for a long time and now he doesn't, but he's like, yeah, super Democrat. And he was telling me, he's like, he has a 5-year-old. He's like, yeah, we canceled our Disney Plus subscription because it's too much like weird social programming. And I was like,
Oh wow.
he has no idea that that's what,
Everyone's been saying.
we said.
Well, yeah. Well,
And it's
well,
just
all
a
the
good
people who-
confirmation that it's obvious and both sides see it. And
Yeah.
then
Yeah.
the other one, kind of a different guy, but very similar super liberal, blah blah blah. And I was chatting with him today, and he's like, "Yeah, it's been really fun showing my girls movies that they were too young or weren't born yet." He's like, "So I'm actually showing them all the Harry Potter movies, and then we're going to see the live performance of Harry Potter tomorrow in Seattle." I was like, "Oh, awesome." And I'm thinking like, yeah, I don't know if he even knows there's like a huge backlash against Harry Potter from the far left.
Right.
Man, normal people don't know
Interesting.
about that stuff. I think regular people, they kind of catch on super late. It's like only chronically online people are in the trenches with the most extreme stuff. And that's why a lot of them react like, "Oh, you're overreacting," but not really. It's just if you're ultra online, you see the extreme stuff more. But yeah, everyone has their limits with the crazy social stuff, right?
Yeah. It's a little bit of a like white pill or something that I
That's
kind of think.
good.
Yeah, normies, even liberal normies, are like pretty on the level, I think.
Now people just
Yeah,
want to
they-
be normal.
I think normies, they just take a while to being an online person like this, especially the more opinionated culture war people, it's like on the scale of humans in general, it is like infinitely reactionary.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, a
It's
little bit.
and normal people just aren't reactionary.
Well,
Oh
they
yeah,
have
that's a good way to
lives.
put it.
They're not online because they're like taking care of their families and have real jobs,
Yeah.
unlike us. So like
Definitely.
they're just not tapped into all this stuff. So it's a slower and more milder reaction. But you know, most people are normal. People are normal, and
Yeah.
yes, most people are just not that extreme either way.
There's DLA says vote to recall the Seattle mayor. There's something going on with the Seattle mayor, and I forgot. But I forget if they might have elected a super duper far left, and now they really regret it. I think like even liberals regret it, but something like that.
J.K. Rowling is, I mean, only with the really crazy far left people. Though she's liberal and everything, yeah, I mean, she's very, very liberal. But it's so crazy how people have gone so far that they think she's, what, a Nazi, far right. It's just insane. She's like a normal person.
Yeah.
That's kind of mildly lefty. She's really feminist. But
Yeah.
yeah, that is not a right winger. Anyways, Harry Potter's cool.
There was
For the most part, J.K. Rowling's cool.
There was a super chat that had a question for me. I don't know if it's
Oh!
still here, if you want to pull it up.
I apologize. I was too busy
all good.
talking about my my torturing everybody with my vacation photos. There you go. Right name. Thank you for the super chat. Shardle Frenemy. Thank you for the $5. Shardle says, "Hey yo Phil, would you happen to know if Tommy Patterson's family has any intention of selling any of his original artwork?"
I'm not sure, but I could try to get you into contact with them if you DM me anywhere on Instagram or Twitter, or send an email to the Zaid Comics website. I could check for you because I have buddies that are more in contact with them. But yeah, thanks for asking.
Cool. There you go. And thank you for the super chat. Internet influencers are mostly awful. Yes, that's true. Alpha Omega. No, Taiwan is mostly a functional, slightly island-brained country, and it's because nobody pays any attention to it, so nobody's trying to influence the culture, so everybody's like pretty normal. It's like there are benefits to the world pretending you don't exist, and it means you get to have a sane, insular society away. There's both like perks and pros and cons to being kind of like cut off from the world, because that's kind of what it feels like in Taiwan. It's better now because you have the internet and everything, but yeah, when I was growing up, it's definitely, well, you're really cut off from the world, and if I want to make something of myself, I have to leave, which is why I went to America. But yeah, because Taiwan is kind of cut off ish, and nobody thinks there's any value to influencing the social fabric or the culture of Taiwan, it's left alone, and that's great. That's great. People are just normal. The only annoying thing about the politics is everything revolves around China, and I'm tired of hearing about China. Not everything has to be about them.
China's so great.
China #1.
So, anyways, Phil, how was your week?
It's pretty good. It's been a
I've met
blur.
plenty of mainland Chinese people, and they're great. I have no problem with regular people. Continue.
Yeah. Oh yeah. My week's been okay. I've been super busy. This week is today was the anniversary of the arcade that I work at. 16-year anniversary.
Ooh.
Amazing.
But I wasn't there
time.
for it because I was loading up for Chicago Fan Expo, which we brought a bunch of dumb stuff to. So we'll be there this weekend. I got to bring some books as well, but I brought that freaking 7-foot Godzilla, which is really annoying to move around. And yeah, but also I printed a bunch of books. Actually, the whole print run for not the Lost Pages, The Man with No Strings 2 is printed. And if I didn't have to go to Fan Expo this weekend, I'd be packaging them for fulfillment, but I'll be out all the whole weekend. So when I get back on Monday, we're going to be shipping stuff out, packing stuff. And that should be going on. And then also shout out to my boss. He gave me an old tablet of his. So if you look at this, this is what I've been drawing during
Phil's an artist now. He's been drawing the whole time. Look at
Wow,
yeah!
sublime. Absolutely amazing. So
What?
just
You
gonna
drew that?
Feel,
That's really
feel it
good.
in my soul.
Yeah, I drew this while you guys were talking. So
I
look,
can't tell if that's
did you
awe
trace it?
or fear that I feel right now.
I didn't trace
but-
it. No.
Did you look at the original to the side, or did you draw it from your mind?
Yeah, I had it pulled up on another monitor.
See, that means
Okay,
you're
Phil.
skilled.
Look at
Phil's
that.
got
Is it
skills.
is it a screen
I-
tablet or just a tablet?
Dude, it's a screen tablet. It's awesome.
He's got a
And it-
Cintiq. Phil has a Cintiq.
Yeah, it's called Uji. It's probably like a knockoff or something. I don't know.
That
Yeah.
sounds
I wanna
like
buy one of
a
those.
Wacom
I just want it.
knockoff.
I don't want Phil to have something that I don't have. I got to buy one now.
You can
Now I
get pretty
feel like a
affordable
real
ones,
dojin because I did a fan art of my favorite character.
A real
now-
dojin? You're a dojin
Now
now?
it's the race.
Yeah.
It's the race now to see who can get the first comic published that Phil entirely drew with his
Yeah.
new tablet.
So I was on Topicless on Tuesday. Shouts to Jason for having me on, and I was doing some noodles, trying to get used to this.
Aye.
But the awesome thing is because it's its own monitor, I can put anything on it. So I have Clip Studio, which I'm drawing on, and then I also have the chat opened up on the same monitor on the side, so I don't have to look really far, and it's pretty cool. This is awesome.
Cool.
Enjoying it. So
Sweet.
who knows what's gonna happen next?
Who knows? Phil's gonna become a real dojin, guys.
Become a real boy.
A real boy.
Yeah. Let me see if I could pull up this post that I made. What were you gonna say, Jake?
You can write in storyboard form now by drawing it out like that.
That's actually what I was thinking of doing. I'm like, yeah, I could actually do thumbnails.
That actually would be a really
Mhm.
good idea. Yeah, you can refine
But
your
yeah.
visual storytelling.
Because this is like the comic board that is built into Clip Studio, a comic page or whatever. So I guess I could just block out panels that way. I don't know. We'll see.
And then you can print your rough version in like a mini side book.
Yeah, I guess. Here, could you pull this up? I'm sharing my
Yeah.
little-
Ooh, look at that.
all the books here. I mean, that's not all of them, but it's a bunch of them. Of the main cover and the print run, I'm pretty sure is totally good now. The last thing we had to print was the sketch covers, and I printed those yesterday. So we're just ready for fulfillment. We just have to make some beans, 3D print some beans. Oh, and then the wanted posters. And then we should be able to get all those books out for you guys. It's going to be awesome.
Awesome. Look at
Yeah.
those crisp, brand new comics, fresh off the
Yes.
presses.
Yeah, and then
Fantastic.
I've been getting new pages in for the Lost Pages, Magic Cop 3. I don't know if you guys, I know you have been away, but did you hear about this crossover that John's Longbox is trying to do, which is like
Yeah.
it's actually a pretty cool idea where like anyone that wants to be involved could be involved. You do like 3 to 5 pages of your IP, and then it's in one book that has like that stuff is sandwiched together with like basically a celestial is just destroying all these universes, and we're preventing it from destroying ours. So it's kind of like a commercial for all of our books. So I decided to throw some pages in there. So I wrote that and then locked in an artist for that. So just been doing some small stuff working on that.
I want to do it too, and I want to do it with Hotel Story. So I've been emailing with Jared a little bit about it.
Yeah.
And I was like, let's do it with Estelle. She's the hooker with the heart of gold character. And, like, she's in a cake at a Saudi Arabian prince's like bar mitzvah or whatever the version of that is. And
what? A Saudi
What?
Arabian.
I don't think
And
they do
naked
bar
cake
mitzvahs.
bar mitzvah in Saudi Arabia. No, it should literally be that. It should
What?
yeah. And I'm like, and great. The best part is the first page can just be all black because she's in the cake. And Jared was like, I don't think people will appreciate that. I'm like, well,
yeah.
We can draw her like tied up though. So she's like an escape artist. Part of her performance is to get tied up within the cake and then burst out of the cake. And I'm just so excited to just draw a hooker bursting out of a cake at a Saudi Arabian bar mitzvah.
It's an escape
I was
room
gonna
in a
make a
cake.
joke about her being all in black, but I'm gonna not make that joke.
Yeah, she comes out wearing a burqa.
And then I was kind of like,
I don't know how else
like,
that's gonna work.
oh, we might be able to do something like that.
That's true.
I was, although I don't know if that's how it works. Yeah, we'll do a little bit of research. You know what I'm saying. But I was kind of letting it chill, and I couldn't sense if Jared was super into it. I was like, maybe we don't enter. But Jared sent me an email. He's like, I did a pass on what we talked about, and he had written a little script of her bursting out of a cake, and I was like,
yeah.
yeah.
Nice.
So then I sent that to John, and John's like, hey, we're good to go if you want to go with the lady jumping out of the cake. Like,
nice.
Yeah.
All right.
Great.
Yeah, I think it'll be fun. It's pretty cool. Good idea.
So you guys are gonna have to beat me drawing a hooker jumping out of a cake, basically.
Yeah, I'll try.
Is that now a competition? That's what we all have to do. Surprise! I guess that's the
combined with
that's the thing
biggest
to do.
banana.
Yes.
Yeah.
The big nana.
These challenges that Pear imposes on us that we never take up.
Oh,
They're
and
gonna-
Dale A
they're
says
gonna
the
stack
backroom
up.
tard verse. That was the original idea, is that they just no clip into the tard rooms, and they're like, "Oh, we must have fallen into the tard rooms," but we're not gonna do that.
Oh my
The
god.
tard rooms?
Oh,
Oh,
God.
come on. Everybody loved that.
Tard rooms. Jesus. Close enough. Well, all right. Shall we get into the topic now? I
Sure.
do mildly have a topic. I have some show notes. I don't have any fancy visuals or nothing like that, but I have jotted down some notes. So I thought we would talk about subtlety versus stereotype in relation to character. So the idea is characters who are subtle and aren't easily summarized by one stereotype or one or two character traits versus characters that are based on one or two traits. Everything revolves around that, and they're more easily defined. Harder to define, more easy to define. Which is better, and what do your characters tend to start out as? Any takers?
Yeah, I'll add to that too. I sometimes have trouble with, like, even for Percival, which I've already written like 8 stories, but as I'm going, I might take another look at it, because he's like the straight man, and he's like kind of simple in a lot of ways. There's only a few things that maybe make him complicated. Is that, yeah, he is like starting to get kind of broken by the grill. He's getting tired of the quest, but he's kind of a classic good guy. He just tries to do the right thing. And so I'm like, damn, I don't know. He's like not the best character. So sometimes I'll try and make sure the other characters around him are real fun or whatever.
Mm.
Oh, so you feel so it's like yeah. So part of this is say you have a character, but he isn't tropey enough or stereotype. He isn't a stereotype. Sometimes you can feel like they're not enough, right? And then you have the other direction where it's Cletus the slack-jawed yokel. They're just one joke. It's all stereotype, and those
Yeah.
are highly marketable. They instantly communicate, but you can do like 2 jokes with them.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, you're like people are like, "Oh, Cletus. I love that guy. That guy's so great." And they're like, "Percival, what does he even do? He's boring. He doesn't do shit." Or like he always
Yeah, I actually wrote down that Simpsons characters are stereotypes, and they're
every single one of them.
it
yeah.
works because
Yeah.
the story isn't about just like 1 or 2 characters. It's a whole. It takes that big cast to work because everyone
Yeah.
is 1 or 2 jokes, right?
King of the Hill's kind of like that too. And that's a kind of good example with Hank, where he's, I guess, like a stereotype in a way, but you watch the show and he gets to get pretty deep and fun. A lot of just, but I don't know. It's hard to even think of examples. But I know he likes his
Well,
lawn, you know.
The so yeah, you can get a stereotypical character, but then when you break out of the stereotype, people go, "Oh, that's hashtag deep." So it's like Hank Hill. That boy
Yeah.
ain't right. I don't know nothing about the modern world. Like when he finally goes, you know what? Maybe this modern world ain't too bad after all. People go like, he's
Yeah,
deep
yeah.
now. So that is one thing that you get afforded. Like I'm gonna use even Rick and Morty as an example because they get a real strong version of this. You just have Rick, dickhead, drunk, super scientist, doesn't think anything matters, full on nihilism. And then you have Morty, which is the opposite, which is like, oh, maybe everything matters. I'm a whiny bitch kid. So it's like whenever you flip that every now and again, like the cold-hearted asshole tries to soften up and be nice. People go, oh, that's hashtag deep. Or when Morty, the kind of softer guy who's worried about the morals of everything, finally like kills someone and is pissed off at them and is like, fuck you, I'm gonna kill like 5 people now. Again, people go hashtag deep. So the tropiness,
I've
it
been
lets
watching,
you be.
I finally have been watching Rick and Morty, but I need to step away for a second. But yes, good show.
I was like, was that the biggest delay ever? Or she's just hearing the beginning. No.
But
yeah, so wait,
go on.
Jake, you were saying the tropiness something.
Yeah. So it's like if you go tropey, you get the marketability of the character, but then you get to lay the depth.
You get, it sounds like you get best of both worlds. Like, why would you? Oh, actually, people do say, they say characters are not real life. And I'm trying to, like, maybe there's that. I want to think of an example where there's like a character who's so deep, but they're kind of boring, but then people love them anyway. That would make me feel better about Percival. Or the other thing I was thinking is like, you know, if you kind of just look at your average action hero, like even Man with No Name, Clint Eastwood, it's like, there's not much there. If he's doing awesome shit the entire time and he's like kind of badass, and that's enough.
So here's the thing, and it's why you shouldn't worry this. I think this is what I wanted to build to, because someone like you having a character like Percival that isn't a stereotypical punch in the face meme, you instantly get like worried. You're like, man, no one knows what this is. This is hard to sell. To be honest, he does have a mimetic part of his character, which is literally the Grail quest. If you were to try and blend in, try and think of a stereotype that he could be, it would almost conflict with the Grail quest's for dominance. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, but so if you were going to go with anything, you would have to like try and play off it. Like a guy who doesn't want to go out into the world and doesn't like society and wants isolationism, then the Grail quest would force that character to have to engage, to come out of isolation and engage with all these people. Like, that's probably as far as you would go.
Yeah. And that is like a maybe arc. There is a canon arc with Percival from the super old stories, but it's that he was he was raised by his mother and she kept him sheltered. And he eventually like told her he really wants to leave and she let him go, but she like died of a broken heart like kind of quickly. But so he enters the world. It's like almost like he's been a caveman in a cave his entire life. He's like a real innocent idiot, and people are super annoyed with how much of a dumbass he is because he doesn't know anything.
Mm.
And so then he kind of quickly goes through a bunch of foibles and kind of learns stuff, and then he's a pretty badass hero by the end.
That's literally perfect. That literally is what it is. He has a mimetic line that you can say what it is. Like, he's lived pretty sheltered life, and now the Grail quest is forcing him out into the world to go do things he would have never done. Like, that is it's great from a writing perspective. That is if you can focus on that angle whilst talking about the story, it automatically engages the fucking imagination of the audience, creating interactivity.
Yeah. Well, here's my issue is my stories. It's like 20 years into the quest and he already has the Grail. He's heading home. And so he's already like like that stuff is like in my headcanon, but that's all in the past. Yeah. So he's more just.
Are you going to present that to the audience though? Like a little catch up of who this guy is?
I haven't really written stuff like that in. I wrote even in the pilot issue, it starts where he's like holding up in a town where they have a furnace for burning clay. So they're making little sculptures kind of just for fun. And one does a sculpture of this god, and then he does one and they're like, is this a fertility sculpture? What is this? He's like, that's my mom. And so that's like it's like a little nod to people who know. But.
So if you were trying to think what's the tropey way of talking about it, it's a guy who's been beaten to death by these Grail adventures trying to return home.
Yeah, I guess there is like, if you're trying to say the hook, it's that he's like kind of in the back of his mind, he's thinking about giving up because it's been so long. So he's like a little bit broken or whatever, but he's like kind of, he's like a borderline boring hero, but then the adventures are still kind of fun. The thing too that's fun is he's coming back, so every place that he visits, he's been there before on his way down, because he goes, I have him going south to eventually get the Grail, kind of almost at like the bottom of the world, like not Antarctica, but like real south. And so he's coming back, so there's always like a backstory of what happened when he was coming down without the Grail. And like there was one time where there was like a beast killing that town and he killed the beast, so he's like a legend in that town. So by the time he gets back, there's like a big statue of him and everyone's talking about him.
That's cool.
He's Himmel.
Okay. Oh yeah. You're doing Freeren, but Freeren is that's like so always funny. Remembering Freeren is kind of like
remembering a dead guy.
There is a Percival, but he's dead, and she used to like him, and now she's going back through all the places they adventured through, seeing the memories of this guy. It's similar to that, but you actually have the guy himself going back through it, which is, I think, a little bit more interesting.
Yeah, and there's no 12-year-old elf that looks like she's 12, but she's 5,000 years old.
She does not look 12. Oh my god.
She does. Looks like an old lady.
Oh my god.
Tiny old lady.
You saw the drawing I just drew. She was 12.
I don't know what age that
I drew her.
That barely looked like a humanoid, sir.
She was 12. Okay.
Yeah.
If you say so. She's like 1,000 years old. Anyway.
Lee, I know in your stories you usually focus way more on plot because it's the cold versus the warm, and maybe you haven't considered the character stuff more. Like, he's changed and he revisits places, and they like treat him like the person he used to be, and he's trying to deal with it as the jaded guy. You know what I mean? Have you
Yeah.
played with anything like that?
Yeah, there is stuff kind of like that. Like there's one because he'll like lose the grail too, even though he's got it, and he'll have to kind of get it back. That's one reason it's taken so long, because the girl will kind of mess with him. So there's one time where the people know about him, they know he has the girl, they know he can heal people, so they're all begging him to heal them, and he doesn't have the grail, so they like start swarming him, and he kicks them off. He's like, "Get the fuck away from me!"
Does
And then they
he
get kind of
does he say, "Somebody get these beggars out of here"?
yeah. Do you see the meme I posted, Phil? That made me laugh. It was a guy saying like, he's like, I was eavesdropping in a mall or something, and two girls were talking about Twilight, and they're like, "Who's in it?" They're like, "Well, it's Kristen Stewart and the guy who says somebody get these beggars out of here."
Oh my gosh. Yeah, do you see that meme of someone's like, "Don't let Robert Pattinson play a racist character because he'd do too good of a job."
Yeah, I saw that too.
Yeah. But yeah, Percival, real fast, we can move on. But there's a kind of cool plot. Like on the way down, he ends up like kind of taking the blame for his friend who killed someone. And so then he's actually wanted for the murder of this like guy. But he at that point has this iconic red armor, which is like from the lore. And so he's super standout. So he stashes the armor with the guy. And that's one thing on his way back up. He can grab his armor when he gets to that point. So he's looking for it, but they moved it. So he's trying to track it down. Kind of.
Cool.
Red armor. Cool. Hey,
All right.
Maromi.
Yeah, what's that?
Thank you. Maromi says,
Hello.
"Hi everyone. Thank you for being a member for 54 months."
That's a lot of
Around.
months.
Yeah, it is. Thank you.
How many years is that? 54 months.
54 years.
Oh.
60 is 5.
Oh my god, that's like
So
4 years.
5.5.
Oh my god, that is crazy.
Or
That is
4.5.
crazy.
Yeah.
Why do people put up with me for that long? I am astonished at how long some people put up with me. Thank you all for your support. Thank you very much.
Phil, when you're making characters, do you ever think about what is their trope version, or do you just go into depth first? Because say Men with No Strings, you're pretty much going with an archetype and then seeing how you bend the archetype.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, yeah, that's a great example because the series is trying to get close enough to the tropes where it flips a switch in your brain as you're reading it, being like, "Oh, this feels really familiar. Let's see how," and then I'm like, "Let's see how we could twist it." And I think that's the interesting point in the series of how I could apply those tropes in a new way in this new world, if that makes sense. Because you're right. I mean, the character is very archetypal. I'm pulling from, decades of iconic scenery and tropes. And I mean, if you read issue 1, it's, pulls from very famous spaghetti westerns that have been, other media has pulled from them, Cowboy Bebop and Trigun and all that. And how could I try to make my version of it, or the version that fits the best into this world? So
is your guy, is he like, he's cursed? Is he like kind of haunted with regret a little bit, or no?
Yeah, definitely. That'll be explored in depth as the series goes on, and we'll see what his biggest regret was and how that is kind of tied into his curse and his path of revenge. So revenge is a big part of a lot of westerns and spaghetti westerns. Yeah. So
Yeah.
that's a big part of him being haunted by his past. And right now we don't know his name, but he'll get a name very soon. So
yeah. And that's like something you can sink your teeth into to get the ball rolling.
Yeah, it's almost like having knowing when to have questions answered and when to kind of like string them out so they're still there, almost like B plots themselves.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, I wonder
in,
about that
go
with like
ahead.
I don't know if it's like aura farming or what, but it's like the alchemical stuff of people will kind of like a character a lot of times, yeah, because of the mystery.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like the stuff you're not doing. I'm like, what? And I don't know if it's like you can even do that for a main character. I'm not sure. But yeah, a lot of times it's like a side character. People are like, "Ooh, I love that guy." I'm like, "Why though? What happened? What did I do? Or what is the story? Why do
It
they
can.
like
I
it? How do
think
you
Sometimes
recreate it?"
it can often
sometimes
be
people
what.
latch
Yeah.
on. Go ahead.
Sorry. It's what their imagination is doing a lot of the time. You've given them some pieces, and they kind of the character is animated in their minds. Um,
Yeah,
like people love Slugsy from Connell. He's done very little. All he's done is a very tropey selfishness thing, and then it has like a backhand of. But sometimes he's not selfish and
yeah,
cares for another person, and those two things are just like I think they oscillate in people's minds whenever they think about him, and that is like a pleasing thing.
yeah. Actually, Phil, your card player gambler guy,
Yeah.
I liked him a lot to the point where it was like, I don't know, it's almost like a critique of the story is he's too cool. He overshadows the main guy.
Yeah, that's what I keep getting throughout this series where and as compliments people are like your villains are cooler than your main guy. That's good. Like the villains should be more interesting sometimes. I mean, look at, Batman's rogues gallery or, Spider-Man has some awesome
Yeah.
villains. So I'm kind of, really designing those characters specifically to give that vibe off, and I'm glad that's hitting. And people are like, "Oh, are they gonna come back?" Like,
That's what I was saying. Yeah, you can't kill him. You got to bring
right?
him back.
Yeah.
I think
So.
side characters can be more of a hook than the main character sometimes because the main character has to have nuance and layers and depth, and the only thing that I think that I've kind of like managed to narrow it down to what a main character really needs to be is they have to be the person that moves the story forward.
Mhm.
I recently watched an anime where it didn't feel like the main character was moving the story I was really excited to watch it, and I was so bored even though the art was beautiful, and I realized like 5 episodes in is because everything is happening to the characters, and the only people making things happen are the villains that are the portrayed villains, the people that the story is portraying as the villains. And I'm like, I'm on their side. Like I
Yeah.
want to see what they're doing because they're
Mhm.
actually doing things. So it could have been good, but anyways,
That's
it's
interesting.
it wasn't terrible, but I was bored because of that. So, but I don't think a main character has to be likable. They just have to be interesting and they have to move the story forward. But
The,
because side characters. Oh, were you gonna? Sorry,
no, go on.
you
I've got a
Yep.
thing. I'll just wait.
Yeah, because side characters can just be a trope, and like you said, Jake, that opens up pathways for the readers slash viewers to fill in the blanks themselves. The trope communicates what the character is about easily, and that's a mimetic device. That's a memory device.
Mm.
And I was thinking that when you're building a character, the reason Simpsons characters are so memorable is because they're easy to understand. When you think of the character, you know this is what they're about because they are one or two tropes, or they're one trope and they have two modes, and that's so easy to remember, and that makes you enjoy a thing very easily. That makes it memorable, and you want to come back to something that you can easily enjoy and understand. Now, if you're building a character like Game of Thrones or Song of Ice and Fire characters, everyone is so fleshed out they feel like real people, but that takes more work, and that's more high investment, and a lot of people aren't going to be able to get into that because characters aren't just one or two tropes. And if you read the story, a lot of the times, even if you think the character is approaching a trope, it gets turned on its head halfway through the story. So because real people aren't as simple as you're just a stereotype of a certain ethnicity or something like that. But in my notes, I wrote down that I think, and let me know what you guys think. It works well for characters to have a base stereotype and to build off of that. So your character is both memorable and has a groundwork to grow from, but you can put twists on that stereotype and surprise people or have a secondary trait but have one very memorable thing. And I was thinking the characters in Cowboy Bebop are kind of like that. Someone mentioned that. And those characters work really well. They're balanced between stereotype and more subtle traits.
Mhm.
Yeah, if you've got, I feel like you've got to be able to say the one line where someone just goes, yeah, they're bounty hunters, or yeah, he's an adventurer, or you know what I mean? Pair, you're doing that. You have that with the Grail Quest with Percival. Phil, you have that in Mountain No Strings. Even in Connell, I mean, just in the name, it's a Conan thing, but people are going to come to that to see like, oh, well, what's different about him? But also like, he's a drunk midget muscle guy who's like, OP.
Yeah, and then you can build it.
Yeah, and you got a twist on that.
With Cowboy Bebop, the other thing I remember is they have like one or two episodes where you're like, oh, we're getting into some shit now. We're actually getting to learn about them. And you get so excited. You're like, yes, tell me about Spike. I want to know about Spike. I want to know about who's the other guy besides Spike, because there's one with him that's really good too. Yeah,
Jet. He's like an old detective, and he's got a lover that owns this bar, and he has to leave her. And
that's either episode 1 or 2. That is actually super early. The Jet stuff with the eye drugs. That's so early. You'd be surprised how early
that
it
was
is.
like episode 2 or something.
Yep.
Okay.
I only watched 2 episodes. So.
What?
No,
it's like a thing. It would totally be you.
No, I know. I was
watch
watching the anime, and I was like halfway through it, and they took it off Netflix, and the only thing, and they had the live action one on there, so I didn't watch that.
Well, you need a little thing called physical media, Phil. Wait, hold on, sorry.
The album.
Was it really episode 1?
Was it?
Wow.
I kept on saying episode.
I feel like they circled back to it though.
Yeah. Well, he always has like inside info from people. Maybe I can't remember now, but it's super early.
I remember flashback shit.
See, at Dumpsterfire with the side characters stand out. Side characters stand out for the same reason as a cool uncle. They only show up to be cool. They bring presents to take you places and don't tell you to clean your room. Okay, so a riff on this. If the fun villain or the fun side character was the main character, you'd be done so quickly. And with all of the series we're making, we don't really want to be done that quickly. We want, if they have a backstory, to eke it out. For sure. It's like having gas in the tank. You want a lot of rubber and a lot to travel a lot of this road.
Yeah.
And so, like you're Phil, like new villain possibly every book, and the expectation of the audience is they know what to expect. They're going to be brought into a scenario with this kind of Wild West Snake Plissken. And they're going to meet new characters with new stories, and he's going to cause those stories to be unraveled.
Yeah, and like with the villain thing, you're saying like if they were the main character, it'd be over quick. Yeah, like I feel like another reason why some of those villains that I've created for the series are pretty cool and they hit is because their backstory could be told in one page, you know, and if the series was about them, that you know what we know of them now, they're pretty tropish within themselves. Like they're more a caricature of a character rather than the main character, which makes them have potentially more aura because they are more eccentric and colorful. But you just need to know one thing about them that you give to the audience on the page, and then now they're as powerful as they are, and then you throw the main character into them. Like they're the obstacle your main character has to get through them.
Mhm.
True.
But you're
Yeah,
totally
I think
right.
it's
Oh, go on, Irene. I was gonna say you're totally right about how they're not gonna hold their own series.
Mm.
mhm.
But then they'll do a spin-off
Yeah.
with that character, and you'll realize, oh, there's nothing.
You could, yeah, potentially, yeah.
You could do a
Yeah.
spin-off, but that spin-off wouldn't have happened without that initial jump start, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
And that initial investment.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's totally okay to there's it kind of ties into flat arc characters, or whatchamacallit, the opposite. It's like characters who develop their moral outlook through the course of the story versus characters who already have a set moral outlook and their story is about conflicting other people that oppose them, which is most superhero stories. So there's two different ways of writing a core character or a main character, and I think that influences how the surrounding characters and secondary characters are portrayed. But yeah, I think even if your main character is more is not as spicy or takes a while to figure out, and I am writing a story like that with a not so much low key, but a main character that's more reserved and not very charismatic, which in hindsight was probably not the greatest idea, or was it was not easy mode, I'll say. I think it works well for the story, but you can always have a team. And that's the good thing about having an adventuring story or team books where you have an adventuring party, or a nakama, which is the manga term for it, and everyone else can be a foil for. You can have characters that are the foil for the main character or play off of the main character and everyone else in the group, and that creates an interesting dynamic that builds off of and expands on the core character, and not everything is on this one person. Has to be both a trope that's really interesting, but also a well fleshed out character that carries the entire story, right?
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
in Fiendish, you have something that I don't think I have enough of. You have that conflict of characters that have different goals and are opposed, and they want to pull the whole group in their direction. And that's
Sure.
where a lot of the conflict comes from. In very often, this is a pitfall I fall into. Everyone's friends and they've known each other forever, and they go way back. And like, just wait until you see how they met. And in
Yeah.
fact, I made a big change recently in the main series while trying to crystallize some story stuff. A character that was going to have known Connell forever. And it was like he's known Slugsy forever in the story, right? There's another character where it's like, oh, they've known each other forever. Instead, I'm changing it to where they meet for the first time when they meet in the main series, and like
Changes everything.
yeah, it's gonna let the audience see how the personalities kind of like play each other out, bounce off each other for the first time. The ground is broken for the first time, rather than like we're all friends and we get along.
Is that, that I like that. Another one, you might be doing it, but there's another thing that gets done slightly less these days, but it's where if you're mixing and matching characters, having them kind of meet a very similar character instead of like they meet like
Yes.
Robin Hood meets Little John. Little John's like your bruiser, and then they meet their other guy. They meet their thief or whatever, and they have their team. But if he just meets like another Robin Hood, and they're like, I'm about to go to the castle. I'm like kind of the main character. And he's like, well, I'm the main character.
Yeah.
Like that's
funny.
really good.
I want
Yeah.
to do that now as like you do the tropey version of that, right? Where it's like lampshading itself. But you could fall into a pitfall where it's like, oh, all my characters are the same. Therefore, and that's the floor of the story, or like, yeah, you could do the no, but
Yeah.
I'm getting the One Ring. Yeah, but like I already have the map to the One Ring, and it's very clear that they should just team up.
Yeah. That's funny. Yeah, you know what's one is kind of like that is Vash and Wolfwood. Or like
Yeah.
Wolfwood gives off leading man energy. He's not like meant to be a side character, kind of.
Definitely.
You kind of get the feeling like he has his own manga series. You just never get to see it, kind of.
Dude, I know that would be awesome. But they're very, I mean, they're on the same team, you know, as the story goes on, but they have conflicting views on life. It's pretty genius because Wolfwood is, you know, portrays himself as a priest. He carries a cross, but he's basically an assassin and he kills for a living. And Vash, everybody thinks he is a mass murderer and killer, and he wants to save everybody, even the people that are trying to kill him.
Yeah.
So they learn from each other that way.
That's what I fear. That's what I fear I lack, the personality conflict, especially with two characters. Like, to go back to Rick and Morty, I genuinely in my own head, that's what I think. You don't like. There's one character going around, he'll always bump into people that are conflicting, but there's no like central. Rick and Morty, you have a duo that are completely opposite. Smiling friends. Tim's always positive, Charlie's always negative. I have like a main character who's super positive, and then someone who's taking advantage of him all the time, but does you know, there's no people that are kind of equal and they're fighting for supremacy over each other. Like,
I don't
you
think
have
that's
that.
something you necessarily need, though.
That could be an arc.
Good to
Yeah.
have that.
That could be an
Yeah, you
episode.
can have that. You can have that in one chapter eventually. I don't think it's necessary that every overall series has that dynamic.
I've been fighting with insecurity about that, so.
And we just rooted it out.
You know, maybe
Yeah.
it provided a pathway to getting it, but yeah.
I think I have the somewhat of an opposite problem. I focus really hard on having a core group that was constantly opposed to each other, and even Cosmere and Iskall, who are pretty close and they've like lived together for a long time. They're opposites. They're supposed to be foils of each other, while they have a common goal, but they're going to have completely opposing approaches or conflicting approaches to solving the problem. And then same with Ragna and Yomi. But I realized my story everywhere, because it's kind of like a location-based story. They're going from one location to another. It becomes a treasure hunt eventually. It's always a new thing. It's new people and new locations, and I am working to add in characters that some of them have met before, and making characters that you see in Chapter 1 and Chapter 2 eventually come back later in the story to make the world feel more fleshed out and give the characters more backstory, because it's too much brand new stuff. Everything is happening for the first time. That's not realistic, especially for characters like Ragna. So later on, Ragna in particular would be more of like the gateway to, oh, I've been here before, I know this or that person, because she's the oldest and more experienced. So I have the opposite problem, and I'm trying to compensate for that right now. But yeah, character relationships are what drives your story, right? It's much more than just, are characters built on stereotypes or not. I think I start out thinking of how characters can fill a necessary role in the plot, instead of starting with a trope that would be fun. And I think that makes characters functional, but kind of boring. And I am working on stereotyping and tropifying my characters more, in their personalities and their designs. That's the direction I'm going in. So I think stereotypes and tropes are good. You have to be careful of being only that. Oh, another thing I wrote down. It's, right. If a character is a stereotype or a trope, I think they you have to be aware that that's what they are. Simpsons characters and Rick and Morty characters, to the degree that they are tropes, those characters work because the writers are aware that I'm riffing off of the crazy scientist trope. I'm ripping off of like the nervous nerdy teenager, who's going through puberty and and is constantly fucking up trope. But if the writers aren't aware of that, the characters are just boring. The modern audience, quote unquote, characters that I find really boring and uninteresting, like the Rey from Star Wars and the Rings of Power Galadriel. Sorry, pair, but I was bored with Odysseus. I feel like, to me, he falls into the same category. I think those characters are stereotypes, but they're not. The writers aren't aware of how worn out those stereotypes are. Therefore, they can't self-mock, and they're boring because I already know, oh, this is where they're going to go. Oh, they're just going to succeed at for Rey, she's just going to succeed at everything really easily. Or Odysseus, he's just going to feel guilty, and it's going to be how bad his past was and how sorry he needs to feel about himself. Okay, I already know what's going to happen. This isn't interesting. What do you guys think about that?
I think I agree, except for the Odysseus part.
You just mean it's boring.
I expected that.
It's boring to play the stereotype straight. You mean the stereotype should be used as maybe someone could do a really good execution of just playing it straight. They're an archetype, but I would say that's harder than twisting. Go on, Pat.
Yeah, you're saying if it gets predictable, if the audience can guess what's going to happen because of the stereotype, that's a problem.
Mm-hmm. Yes,
what about?
True.
Or go ahead.
No, I was thinking that. So when I thinking about the Nolan's The Odyssey, the whole main usually guy character that's like, oh, so racked with guilt about what he's done in war. Vinland Saga does that really well, but it's because it's not. It doesn't. It hardly starts out as. It doesn't start out as that stereotype. The story starts out with a different stereotype of a bloodthirsty teenager that just wants revenge. And at first, Thorfinn, the main character, seems kind of flat. He's just dead-eyed teenager. I just want to kill. I don't care about anything. I'm edgy. I want revenge, man. Revenge. But then he builds depth and becomes that regretful character, but he has actual reasons that you watch him go through, reasoning his way into that position. So that's not boring. And I think that's one way of doing. If you're going to go for a character that has a certain stereotype, it has to be earned in a way. If it's every character has to feel earned. It can't be a given that the audience will just accept them as they are.
That reminds me. I agree. Yeah. But so it was just a clip, but people were showing Sean Bean's Odysseus. This is like loosely related because some people are like, you should have done it more like Sean Bean.
You set him off.
Well, yeah, just real quick.
I did.
The Trojan War. What's that movie called? Troy. So then the clip is Sean Bean, and it's they come up and they say, yeah, Agamemnon needs you for his army. He's raising an army, and they're gonna go do this war. And Sean Bean goes, I bet he does. Something like that. And you're like, oh, he's the rogue. He's doing the rogue stereotype. And I kind of hated it. And it made me appreciate Matt Damon's a little bit more. But Matt Damon's
kind of what the character is, though. He's kind of like a mirthful, rogue-ish warrior.
Yeah, I guess.
He's not a very mature guy.
Yeah. But so Matt Damon's is not that, I agree. And yeah, some people don't like it. But after watching it twice, I was like, replay it in my head. I'm like, Matt Damon, he's actually just doing Goodwill Hunting.
There you go.
He's being himself. He's a smart college bro, like actual bro, like one of the boys to total like kind of like a flaw. Like some people might hate him, like that like his version of Odysseus before he breaks, which is only like, half an hour or less. Pretty much after the Cyclops scene, he like is kind of starting to get kind of freaking broken and taking shit seriously, but he is joking around for the first like half hour, and his lines are funny. Like he goes into the Cyclops cave and he's like, "Oh, it's cheese." He grabs some of it. He's it. It's pretty good, and it's not like a rogue being like like blah blah blah. And then he's
not
like,
being
"We'll wait for him."
snarky.
Yeah, he's like, "We'll wait for him and we'll wait for the owner to come back and we'll see if he'll give us some." And his first mate's like, "We don't have anything to trade." And he goes, "Zeus's law." And the guy's like, "We don't know if they've heard of Zeus's law on this island." And he's like, "Everyone's heard of Zeus's law." And you're like, dude, they're kind of playing up the irony, like, dude, you're gonna get so fucked. He has a line earlier. He's like, it won't kill us to do a couple stops on a few islands as we go back. We're gonna take a different route because I don't want to follow Agamemnon. And you're like, dude, it is gonna kill you. They're doing the irony thing. You're screaming at the TV.
Sure.
Oh yeah.
So they're at least
Set
they're
'em up, talking about
all it is to say is
Odysseus.
they are doing something, which is kind of fun. Like once I identified it, for me I enjoyed it even more. But it's different, and I appreciate that it's not the rogue. It's not like, oh, I bet he does need me. Well,
I
old
like that.
Agamemnon.
That's what the character. I think that works better, in my opinion. I was kind of confused by Matt Damon's portrayal. I know I'm biased because I've read the original story, but still, I think it works better for him to be like kind of a shithead and mirthful. That's more fun.
Yeah,
But I wonder what
their
that
own.
is that you're talking about, because it's kind of like pre-lamp shading. It's like this.
Jake.
Don't worry, the
Jake.
plot's not gonna. Yeah,
You
Phil?
gotta calm down with the lamp shading. This is the 7th time you've said it on
That's
stream,
what-
and maybe the 14th today that you've said it to me.
I'm trying to figure out the new. I'm asking this question so we know what a new word for it is for like pre. I was thinking in my head of coining the term road mapping, but like I don't know.
well, I mean, what it is dramatic irony, but I'm trying to think of it's deliberately
okay.
meta. Yeah,
Being
because
lazy.
well,
we'll try and figure out a useful term.
it's like a wink at the camera, but I wouldn't know
Oh.
if it's like lamp shading necessarily. I don't know.
This totally isn't gonna happen like that.
Yeah, it's like they could look at the camera when he says that line. He looks at the camera and
The
he goes,
camera
"A few more
wink."
stops won't kill us. A few more stops."
There we go.
I really like that. It's like people think that's tropey, but that's a great comedy segue. There's a TV show in England called Last of the Summer Wine, which is basically a bunch of old guys in the countryside getting up to mischief, and it's basically jokes, just like someone has like a bike that's for 3 people, and there's 3 of them, and they go, "You're not gonna get me on that bike," and then cut to all 3 of them on the bike struggling to pedal uphill, and the canned laughter is there.
Yeah. Like a few more stops won't kill us. Cut, smash, cut too. Them all on the boat drowning, dying, and his first mate is
Yes.
screaming, "Pray
If
for
that was
forgiveness."
played,
Yeah, no, but
if it was
make
filmed
it-
that way, that would have been great.
Okay, no, make a cut of that fucking movie where it literally does jump ahead. Like that would be so good. That would be amazing.
That
Yeah.
would be so funny.
The movie
Should
does
do that.
have cuts sort of like that are good, I think. But yeah.
So jumped all over the place, yeah, but
I love when they do
I'm
that.
so shitting on it.
The one I always remember from the South Park movie is Stan basically says, "How could things get any worse?"
Yeah.
And then it jump cuts to hell where Kenny is right there, and it's like, "Yep, cut to things being dramatically worse."
God,
I love it.
Yeah.
It's very, very
That is
comedic
such a-
though. So
that was a funny movie.
Did you guys see Spider-Man film?
he says, eating his
No.
Spider-Man pop. No, Phil.
No?
No. The
No.
one
Is it good?
where he's dealing with second puberty, that one, did you see it? Was it good?
Yes, I did. That does kind of happen.
Oh, he
but
gets
it
the
doesn't pay off.
real. He gets the real Spider-Man powers, right? Does he get like a
That's
Tobey
It won't.
all
Maguire?
I got from the trailer is he's like getting new. He's going through second spider puberty.
He caught Tobey Maguire syndrome.
Yeah, he
So-
does
Yeah.
reference Toby though. He calls him Peter 2, which he should have
Oh.
called him Peter 1.
Yeah.
He should have called himself Peter 1 and Tobey Maguire Peter A.
Oh yeah. No, he's like Peter 2 had to deal with this. Yeah, it doesn't pay
Toby
off though.
powers.
Imagine he should have had his fat Asian friends say, "Really? You think he's the 2?" And he's like, "Yeah, I mean, I'm obviously
Yeah, that'd be
the
great.
one."
But they don't remember that whole event basically. His
Oh,
buddies.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Oh, didn't he
they got mind
lose
wiped.
his? Yeah, and MJ doesn't remember him or whatever.
Yeah. So most of the movies about that. But it was mid. There's many issues I had with it.
Okay.
I heard there
so
was too much going on. It was like a lot of threads.
Well, the last fourth, maybe half of the movie is not really a Spider-Man movie. It's not about Spider-Man.
Oh, what is it about then?
It's about the villain who's kind of shoehorned into it, and is spoilery to even talk about who the villain is.
So do you
Okay,
think they
alright.
they just
Oh, I
didn't
know who
feel-
it is.
Well,
Is it
people kind of
Robert
already
Downey
know.
Mm.
Jr. as Doctor Doom?
No, he's not in it.
No, it's
No.
she, right? It's a woman.
Yeah, but
I already know.
yeah, I was actually surprised they don't even bring up Tony Stark at all once in the movie. Punisher was funny, but things don't add up with like they could have written it much better. I don't know. And I also heard that the villain was changed. Like originally it was written as one character, and then during production they changed it to the chick that Maromi's talking about, Jean Grey.
Oh, that always turns out well. Changing things
Yeah.
in the middle of production.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Can you imagine having to embarrass yourself by writing these product movies and having limitations like that? Not even good limitations, just bullshit ones.
Who is it supposed to
Yeah.
be, Maromi?
We're changing the villain. Could you rewrite it? Like, I got a whole theme going here. Like, no, we need to change the villain
just
because of
certain-
this.
Certain things that you just would kind of fuck things up to rewrite halfway through. Namely the main antagonist. From what I heard, there's just a lot going on, and it's kind of things. A lot of stuff comes out of nowhere, and there's shoehorned in characters like what you said, Bill. So I don't know.
that'd be
I
crazy.
haven't been that interested in any Marvel movies for a long time. So
Although, in the animated realm, Phil, you've been hawking on about the freaking X-Men cartoon.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
Hell,
Oh my god!
I forgot because
Is it
I've been
gone?
binge watching magician movies and Rick and Morty. I forgot. I also finally watched X-Men '97 a couple
Mhm.
weeks ago. Man, it's been so long since I've been on the show. Yeah, it was good, but I got annoyed when they cut off to some other random bullshit after the Gambit thing, and I was like, I wanted to see the aftermath. I didn't want to deal with the other stuff, so I stopped watching
Dude,
them.
Gambit.
But it was really, really good until the Gambit episode was great.
Yeah, Phil.
Great, best
Oh.
episode of season 1.
That the visuals, like everything, is just done wonderfully visual wise. They
Yeah.
clearly are using 3D models,
Mhm.
but they find a way to mask it so well that you can hardly ever tell.
Mhm.
And you're always thinking, like, is this a rig or is this the 3D model? Like truly, like the first few episodes, they build to like epic situations that feel like this is a series arc climax moment, right? Like almost every episode feels at the end of an arc, right, Phil?
Yeah.
And the episodes are visually distinct, yet within a style. The writing doesn't create any bumps that get you annoyed. You're like just enjoying the vibe. Here's the core problem. From a series perspective, it is schizophrenic as fuck. You jump
It's just
around.
too many characters.
There is no real
Through line.
through line that keeps you. It feels like it's pretending there's a through line, but it's just schizophrenic episodic, and it to the point where you stop watching because you're thrown an episode where you're like, I don't care about this. I want to know about the clone baby. Like, why are we doing this now?
Yeah.
And so
Yeah.
I wish it kept a series arc. Because it feels like it wants to do both, because it definitely bait and switches you with canon arc and then switches to episodic.
Well, yeah, a lot of the episodes feel like filler because they service one thing. They're like, okay, we have to have this episode because we need this thing in the series. And it's been 2 years since I saw season 1. I just watched season 2. Well, like for example, in season 2, or did you watch all of season 1?
I think I only watched to the video game episode, and then I was like, phew, I'm glad they canonized her as exactly 18 years old. Phew.
So did you not
the
watch
video
the Gambit
game
episode, Jake?
you know what? Yeah, I did actually.
Okay.
I suppose I'm misremembering. I saw the bit where he died, and I was like,
it's the Jubilee video game episode is a perfect example. Like, that was the first one in the series where I'm like, this seemed like filler.
It did. It felt like like I was impressed by how much effort they were putting into the visuals, despite it basically being just, it looked like filler. But I'm sure they established stuff that would come back later. But because it was just, we were in the middle of talking about all these other characters, and suddenly it's all about Jubilee, and I'm like, why are we here?
Yeah.
That
like,
is the main critique I also have.
It felt like that didn't need to happen, but the thing is, I'm watching that episode and I'm rewriting it in my head to make it work with the have a through line, and it's like, yeah, someone could have delivered. You didn't even know where the video game came from that sucked her into the video game. It's just, oh, we're in a video game now. Woo! Like
mojo. The only reason that what that episode serviced was building a better relationship with Sunspot, which they introduced for the first time in that series, and then giving her like extra powers. Like, now she can make a pinwheel with her fireworks or whatever. Just kind of like upgraded her a little bit. And then screen time. That episode never comes back later.
They could have totally made it morph into the arc a bit. Like, we got to get her out of the way, so let's trap her in a video game. And then the stuff that they did in the game world could have like affected the real world in places where they're like, why is this happening? And it's like her from the other side, and she actually gets out later, and they're like, where have you been? She's like, I've been helping the whole time on the other side.
Right.
Yeah, they tend to have A plots and B plots, but then in that episode in particular, but a lot of other episodes, I wish the A plots and B plots were more tied, whether actually affecting each other or thematically consistent, so it would it felt less like there's just stuff coming out of nowhere to fill space.
Well, the reason it feels disjointed is because for some reason they're only getting a budget to do 9 or 10 episodes a season, where
Weird.
When I was a kid watching X-Men 97, there was like 17 to 20 episodes a season, and a season came out like every year. So there's so many episodes of that old show, and now you could really tell, because back in the day you'd have, maybe a 1-part standalone episode, but then the next 2 episodes was part 1, part 2, or part 3. So they were continuations of a smaller story arc. So they were able to do that longer form storytelling because Yeah, 50 episode seasons. That's crazy. So you could put so many different plot lines in there, but right now it's just, even though it's super successful, like season 2 did really well. It's like the number one thing on Disney Plus. Hopefully they give them a bigger budget to tell longer stories, but they're burning through things really quick.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, RJ Bryan says they're burning through the classic 90 arcs too fast. So I guess that makes sense because I've heard a lot of people commenting that, well, it's the same way in the 90s series, but if they had more time to do the same style of storytelling, it would feel less rushed.
Yeah.
And it would work
Yeah.
better.
Yeah.
Super quick side comment. RJ is asking about his shipping. Yeah, it will go out this week. I promise you. Email confusion happened between me and RJ, so yeah, that still needs to happen. There were other ones that had to go out. If Billy Bob is watching, a new one of yours went out because it just was lost. So yeah, sorry to sidetrack, but I did not. This was starred from before. I forgot to reply to it. Hopefully soon, RJ. I apologize very much.
Yeah.
Glad to hear shipping is happening. Lots of books going out this week.
Yeah, Phil, it only being 9 or 10 episodes in my mind makes it like, okay, so make them matter. Don't make
Right,
episodes
for sure.
that feel like filler. Like, what
Yeah,
are you
I
doing?
mean, it's difficult, I guess, because there are so many characters, and if you knew you only had 10 episodes, I would just make those all about, to service the last episode. Like everything leading up to the last episode is one story. I mean, I loved the plot of, everything leading up to that Gambit episode, Cable coming in, and
Clone
so
Baby
awesome.
is Cable.
He couldn't save everyone, and he gets ripped back into the future. Like that moment was great. Gambit.
They do a lot with like tiny moments. They do manage to cram a lot in.
They make him super powerful. The love triangle with Magneto, Rogue, and Gambit. That was amazing.
Phil, is Cable Clone Baby?
Yeah. Cable is
okay. Cool.
Yeah. That's
I just beg and wish and plead that they just focused on Clone Baby and they'd actually focused more on the emotional arc of Clone Woman, because like the freaking Laserface was like, I don't like you anymore because you were a clone, and I'm going to pretend that this other woman is. And it's
that
like,
was so stupid. Who thinks like that?
Listen,
that was the dumbest thing ever.
Comic book canon.
Yeah, well, that's retarded. Cyclops is a fucking retard.
It's pretty bogus.
So we couldn't.
Scott, what the fuck?
So they couldn't have rewritten it because people would have been annoyed. You would be going to the Clone Woman and you'd be like, listen, I know that's my actual wife and you're just a clone, but we've been living together for like the past 6 months, blah, blah, blah. Like, I actually have a relationship.
They're married.
With you.
They got married. The clone and Scott were married. They have the kid. They have to send the kid off. And then, they did Inferno, which is the story arc where she becomes evil. She becomes the Goblin Queen because Mr. Sinister. But that was one episode. Like that.
You hardly felt that. You hardly. I wanted.
It was
that
cool,
to be
and she was hot. But yeah, it was.
Wait, the baby is from the clone? I thought the baby was from the original.
Not from Jean. No,
and
that's what's weird about it too, because later, like Cable calls them his parents, but technically, it's not Jean's kid.
Yeah, it does complicate things because it's like, oh, she has the same memories, but still, like, it was very confusing.
It's very.
I don't remember properly. Who gives Paris like this is all insane nonsense that I don't understand.
He's got to watch it.
Good. Who gave away Clone Baby? Was it Clone Woman or Original Woman after the fact? Which one of them actually gave away?
I'm pretty sure it was actually the mom, because the mom was like, I want you to live, and I'm so sad. So like, it had to be the mom.
I thought they gave it away before she become. Doesn't the baby get kidnapped by Mr. Sinister, and that's how he gets the techno-organic virus? So he gets the virus. Yeah. And then they send him away, and then she turns evil. I can't remember. to watch it
It-
again.
it
No,
just-
she
it re-
turned
it
evil
really-
when she got abducted with the baby by
Hmm.
and then the baby got infected by the virus, and then
Yeah.
she got uneviled, and then she was like, I'll send the baby away to be cured into the future. Ugh.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like she should have turned evil because she was pissed off at being thrown away. You know what I mean? Like you could have
Right.
had so much more like
Yeah.
actual, realistic, believable, relatable, emotional arcs to cause those things. And I
Mhm.
just wish they'd spent more time on it. It's
And I
almost
think
like
she gets
they
killed,
felt-
or I'm pretty sure she died in the big attack on Genosha.
No.
She
That
get
sucks.
crushed or something.
I don't
I think
remember
they show her
that.
getting vaporized. I think it's
I
just
got
like
very
passing.
I got so they needed to differentiate between those two, just like change her hair or something. I couldn't
Yeah,
tell who
yeah.
was who at
Mm.
all. It was so confusing. But yeah, I mean, she did see the. It's like they have the same memories too. So just give one of them a ponytail, and then they would switch to ponytail at certain points. Anyways, I agree. I wanted to stay on that storyline. It's like Rogue or Jean Grey, and those two storylines are great. Like all the other core characters tie into them. Right after the Gambit episode, they jumped off into space into some aliens, and I'm like, I literally don't give a shit. I'm not attached to these people at all, and I stopped watching, and I haven't been able to bring myself to watch anymore. I don't know why they did that.
I wonder is
It seemed
that
necessary.
they go off world to the Lilandra and her, what are they called? They're like the bird people. Professor X is up there in space.
Yeah, he's in space.
Oh,
looking it
yeah.
up, and I'm
Oh,
like,
that's-
I don't care.
That stupid commie, what is it, Chaz Chop, like mutant land that's supposed to be utopia. Like, this wouldn't work. Like, who's making the food?
Oh, it's like that new island that they're doing nowadays for X-Men,
Krakoa?
but I guess that's like yeah,
Yeah.
it's like Krakoa, but there's like this is like an older version of it. I'm like, this makes no sense. This
I-
would never actually work.
Oh,
I
It's
think-
Genosha. Yeah, that's where the whole shit goes down. Just so Genosha was like supposed to be a utopia back in the day in the original cartoon series, but it actually was like a slave camp for mutants. And you'd go there being like,
cool.
oh, I want to live amongst my kind and be on this, paradise. But then they put these collars on you, which take your powers away from you, and they make you work. Like you can only use the powers to build this place bigger. So then they
This is a
take
great
that down,
story.
and yeah, and then they kind of like reclaim it and actually make it that paradise. And then in the Gambit episode, it gets basically nuked and everybody dies.
Yeah, I got nuked pretty
Hello,
badly.
Sai. I would be
Thanks,
waving
Sai.
too, but I'm a PNG jiggling around. Good to see you.
Who's there?
Yeah, I just
Sai.
Sai in the chat.
Oh yeah, what's up?
Yo,
So,
Yeah, it would have been.
I'm gonna
Go on.
grab a snack. I'll be right back.
All right, cool.
all right.
Yeah, so the experiencing the schizophrenia of that series arc, like genuinely it made me think what is important in story, and it presented the matrix of connectivity versus jangling keys. The stuff that feels like filler was like jangling keys without connectivity. You could see the freaking what episode? The video game episode with Funny Shapes Asian woman
Yeah, Jubilee.
as like jangling keys with no connectivity. And it kind of made me think like the way you make a story just feel satisfying is showing that elements were connected. Sometimes that's what a good twist is. It's like you recontextualize by building connections to between previous bits of info.
Yeah, it's like even if she's in
definitely.
a game world, it's affecting real life, or just thematically, it ties in at the very end, like, oh, these two problems are created by the same villain, or something like that. And it makes it seem like it's all worth it, but there wasn't enough of that connective tissue.
Oh yes, I'm looking at the episode names. That one, the one with the video game, was actually half of an episode. Do you remember that?
Oh, really?
So it was the
Yeah.
video game, and the other half was Storm dealing with not having her powers.
Oh yeah, that was cool too.
I
That
like-
could have been longer.
I like the
Let's-
storm one. I like the storm one, and it's like it felt like a video game thing. Sure, if you needed to establish something important with Jubilee or whatever, or the boy, yeah, but it could have been way shorter, and we could have spent more time on Storm because I like the Storm part of the episode.
Yeah, and then it goes the Gambit episode, and then after Gambit episode is the second part of the Storm story. So I think she gets her powers back at the end of that one.
I really feel like those they could have like
good.
slow boiled them in the background and potentially gave them some connectivity to a main through line, and then like brought everyone at the end in some kind of like big connected, like we're pulling out all the stops. Like in video game design, the levels are to slowly teach the player mechanics, and then the final boss is supposed to be now you use all the mechanics at once. You can do the same thing with storytelling by whatever you're introducing and developing. Like the idea is they come in a giant storm in the end where all of these elements collide.
Yeah, that's a really good way to think of it. It's like you're even with writing a mystery, you drop clues and you advance the story to a certain point and then build on that and build on that, and then the reveal is the finale. And it's the same concept.
Yeah, so that jangling key, I think a lot of Western creatives can lean on the jangling keys, especially kind of in the Scott Pilgrim era of storytelling. It's like, oh, there's video game references. That's cool. There's no connectivity. It's just jangling keys style. But then I think there is an opposite trap where you try and make everything connected and nothing can be just a one and done joke. Like in the latest Connell story, let's say a situation happens and you meet a new joke character who's super tropey. Like, can they just go away and they didn't have to connect to someone? Can you do that? Would trying to connect them later actually weigh down the story?
Yeah, or does it make them more memorable because they're more integral?
Yeah, integral.
Next episode on Panel Breakers: connectivity versus not
Jangling
connected.
keys.
Storytelling.
Okay,
Jangling keys.
Yeah, that's
the next episode.
I could feel.
I'll do that next week.
A PowerPoint coming on, Jake.
Okay, doke. I'll do it next
There we
week.
go.
Oh, that's my topic. That's the topic.
Fantastic. Perfect show. We reached even a new topic for next week. Look at Phil showing off all his Gambit goodies. Hold on, let me full screen you. Wow, it's gold foil and everything.
Jake, is this a Gooner cover?
Maybe for people who are interested in
Gooner
Gambit,
for you, I assume.
Okay.
Phil's
I had to get it 'cause it was
gooning
so
over
shiny.
his Gambit collection.
Although
That's a
that-
nice cover.
There's such thing as foil gooning, right? You can be a gooner for foil. If something has foil or a special effect, I'm like, I gotta buy that.
It's well done. Like usually all of the freaking DC foils are just, it's not spot foil. It's just the whole thing's foil and it makes the colors super dark. You can't see anything. But this is actually really well done spot foil, so I had to get it.
I don't think I've seen a DC or Marvel book that is like a floppy book that has foil. Woo,
Yeah, they're
my screen
doing
just
them.
went all weird.
Doing them now.
They doing them. Sai asks, I'm not up on the lore. Is Jake a pink trash panda?
I'm in space.
Explain
I'm in
yourself.
space. This is
Jake is a orange hedgehog, often mistaken for a
Wizard.
fox, but he is not a fox. He is a hedgehog wizard, but he looks pink because of the awesome moonlighting, the ethereal moonlighting that's being cast
it's
upon him right now.
The lighting in the moon base. But yeah, I live on the moon now.
Yeah.
And I have some different locations. I can show you my back hole. We can look out my back hole.
You want
every
to
now
full
and then.
screen your back hole?
Yeah.
Behold.
I got my main moon room. I can show you my back hole, and then I also have a closet that I go into every now and again to visit locations. So yeah, I'm out of the closet
Deep
right
in the
now,
closet.
but I can go back into the
Temporarily.
closet whenever I want. So yeah.
That's fun.
He's gonna go back right after the show.
By the
Back
way,
into the
15
closet
minutes
with
left.
you.
Let's get these memes cracking. Crack the whip on Alex VRB.
He said he's already done
Well,
with it.
speaking of
Oh
memes
my
and Alex
God.
VRB,
Wait, Alex, you trying to
Alex
get us out of here? Are you
is
tired
a
of this,
member
Alex?
for 54 months. 54 months. Listen.
That's almost 4
That's a lot of
years.
months. Yeah,
That's almost
I think that's
54
more than
years.
4 years.
That's what I said.
It's almost a million years. Thank you very much for your support, Alex. Alex says, thanks for another great show. Thank you, chat, for your support of the panel breakers and memes going up. Awesome. I'll keep an eye out for that.
Hell
Hell
yeah,
yeah. Meme time incoming. And thank you, everyone in chat who's been posting links to our stuff. I appreciate it. Someone posted a link to Fiendish earlier. Fiendishcomic.com, guys. Check it out.
I'll have to have a front hole built. I'll have to.
Oh my. I don't know if I necessarily want to see that. Oh, Wolfer asks, Rangerini. I'm Rangerini now. I like that.
Yeah.
Am I still glamping in Taiwan and rangering the streets on my arcane scooter? I'm in Taiwan. I'm not glamping. Somebody thought this was a shower
Glamping.
curtain last stream. This is not. This is a curtain. It's a balcony out here. It's a real.
Fancy.
I'm not streaming from a bathroom. But yes, it's just, I guess it's like a white-ish curtain. Anyways, I am in Taiwan. Yes, indeed. Everyone on the streets beware.
I'm loving the
Dangerous
extra
out
memes
here.
today. The extra memes are pretty good today.
Let
No
me
spoilers.
search for the memes. Let's go.
By
Alright, hold on.
saying
Give me a
that good,
second.
okay.
Give me a second.
Time to unspoil. The memes are so terrible this week, Phil. I wouldn't even bother looking at them. Is that unspoiled?
Fine, I won't.
Yes.
That is to say, I
Okay.
wouldn't.
Let's see. All right, memed. Well, I have to. Hold on. I need to open this in a new page so we can actually read it. These are awesome. Yes. All right, let me start out with this one. Unshare. I am slow as usual, but I will manage. Bam. All right. Boink. RJ Bryan, thank you for that very disturbing comment.
Oh.
Cheer, look at that. Yeah.
Nice.
Is it?
Cyclops.
why is-
Ooh.
Why is
Zoom in a
Jake?
bit so
Oh,
it
the
fills the
Cyclops is in the
thing.
background. Why is Jake
the-
the only one who's? Oh, we're all
No,
kind
no,
of
no.
different in the reflection. Oh, I get it. I'm slow.
I mean,
Burp,
make
burp,
it fill the thing.
Wait a
Hold
second.
on. I'm on a tablet. This is difficult.
In reality, Narwhal has a rainbow
Ugh.
horn?
This
Would
is
you
a
like
little too
someone
slow.
else
So-
to share it so it's easier? Would that help?
No. Okay, if you want to.
No. Oh, wait a minute. Okay.
I have to sneeze.
It's all right. Sorry. Oh, so which one is the stereotype side and which one is the subtle side?
Is that what it is? The flip?
I think that's what it means. I think that's what it is. All right. Very good. You definitely look like an evil badger over there. I guess start us out, Jake. Is there, unless there's some
It is.
Napoleon?
It is
Irene-
definitely. It's,
Irene has a smiley face above and a frowny face below.
I'm
No, I
gonna
don't.
Do the.
I know.
I'll do the thing.
It's an
I was
upside
wishing
down
that was what
smiley.
Alex went for because that would have been cool. Right, hold on.
I think your meme is perfect, Alex. I'm not
And
here
everywhere.
criticizing your meme like these
Jake
horrible, harsh people.
has a fro.
Yeah, Okay,
no,
so
Phil
zoom-
does.
right, I'm controlling it just because. Wow. So let's investigate a little bit like more easily. So what are flip
Okay.
sides? So there's me. That's just the me behind the guy, the man behind the mask. Phil, this is like real Phil. So
I think
these are these are the tropey stereotypes, and this is the real us in the
I
reflection.
think that's Phil merged with Spike. I don't know what's going on there.
Or it's my brother. What if it's Brandon?
Oh,
You never know.
that's
Not
funny
tall
if it
enough.
was supposed to be Brandon.
Because look, this
Was
is
that
like
my evil
less
twin?
less offensively insulting faced Irene, and here's the full-on evil
I thought
witch
that was
queen.
Yeah,
Pink-
which one is which?
Pinky Chew.
There you go. Wait,
yeah,
what
I
are you
don't know
holding?
which one is which. Is one side American and one side Taiwanese or something?
Well, this is seltzer water, so this is
Seltzer.
the Jewish version of you.
Is
off the
that
wagon.
is that beer?
And you're on the
So-
wagon.
So one side is seltzer water,
It
one
says
side is beer.
seltzer water. I think it's the same
Seltzer.
one but flipped. Maybe Alex is
Seltzer.
like, no, the reading with too much. I wasn't prepared for this.
Do I
Has
have
differences.
4 eyes?
Yes.
Yes.
You have rainbow
No, those are
horn,
pimples under your eyes.
and then
I'm
you have
flashing a
like
gang sign in this one.
you
A
have
gang
fingers in this one and gray.
Oh gosh.
Greyhorn.
So this is
Mm.
by your words, this is the gay version of you.
That's right.
As you have remarked in the past that the horn is a little fruity, and this is the straight version of you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh
it's
my God.
black
I
and white. is
requested
the-
that the gay horn go away or something.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
black and white stands for super.
Because that was a
straight.
Jake original design. He was being passive aggressive.
No, this was
What?
actually this was Camel's passive aggressiveness because I copied the rainbow horn from his version of you.
Oh,
okay.
so
Look
we
at-
can blame Camel for everything.
And where's Panel now? Where's Camel now?
Not here.
He's not on the moon. I came here to visit him. He wasn't
Booyah.
here. All right,
All right,
I'll read
start
it.
reading.
Looks like we gave Alex a lot of material to work with this week.
Yeah.
People may be familiar with my back hole. It's like a pre-lamp shading. Write that down, quick! It's atrocious. I thought the accelerator was the brake. I accelerated off the bank whilst turning. I'm gonna kill like 5 people now. I think the people at Pixar sabotaged it. I don't want no tea, old man. Let's call the rice Nazi. Tua mucha in nadasu. Oh,
What?
too mucha in the side of the basability.
I don't recall you saying that during the
I
stream, but
do.
all right. Well, you
I
probably
do.
did then. Sounds offensive enough.
Are you able to
Sounds like
read
you.
this, Phil? This is big enough.
Yeah, I have it up on my screen too, so I'll read it.
Okay, I'll zoom out then.
Prepared.
It was fine to call people Nazis in the 90s. It was funny. Soup Nazi. It's about the villain that was kind of shoehorned into it. He kills for a living. He's basically an assassin. He should have called him Peter 1. He instantly died. That doesn't look like a pancake to me. Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah. Jake, you got to calm down with the lamp shading.
Good. That's all in character. That's funny. I guess it's all stolen from your talking. So
Yeah, I'm a character.
Well, it is his character.
nuance. So
It
nuanced.
is what he
All the
say.
nuance. All right. I had one person go, "Oh, you look like the Wonder Woman actress." Oh. The story starts out with a bloodthirsty teenager that wants revenge, but the baby is from the clone. Scott, what the fuck? Just like change her hair or something. I'm a whole person, I'll have you know. We wanted to see the crash. Well, I'm glad you survived. It's okay if you burn bridges with us.
I like that
Sounds
they've got
like a-
can recontextualize as if we're burning bridges together.
I know.
Oh,
I
yeah,
know.
that's
with
funny.
a lot of non sequiturs.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
There you go. Can you read that, or do you go bigger?
Yeah, I got it. He doesn't like the Odyssey. I have to bite my tongue. I'd die for him. She's the hooker with the heart of gold. She's in a cake at a Saudi Arabian prince's bar mitzvah. It's not always best to be first. You fail on a black jump, you smash your front tire into that lip and you die. It adds a lot of je ne sais quoi. I agree, except the Odysseus part.
I will
Hmm.
zoom out now. There we go. Now there are backup
All right.
memes. Shall we
There
initiate
are.
backup meme protocols?
Yes,
up
initiate. Are you gonna pull those up
initiated.
as well?
Back up meme.
Are
Backing
you
up me. Oh
volunteering?
my. Yeah, just because it's
Beep.
easier for me
Okay.
to
Beep.
bring them up.
Yes.
There's 2 tweets with backup memes. Cool. We got
We
plenty
are
of backup memes.
spoiled.
Uh,
Sai doesn't seem impressed. I mean, they're very impressed by your amazing acting as ourselves. Hmm.
What do you expect? The free stream on YouTube.
I like mine
okay.
best.
I liked me
Every
when
time I do
did.
voices, people say it's horrible, so I'm just gonna talk like me, but more
Look at that.
theatrical.
Dude,
Bill's
I drew
autistic
that.
review. I wonder if
This
Alex
is art.
copied
This
it
is
in
high
or
art.
if the AI duplicated it in. But yeah, that's
my
You're doing this-
whack'em.
you trying to do the like post drawing, no likes. Post drawing with woman's face next to it, 5,000 likes.
Mhm.
Is that
and then
how
we
it
have
works? That's what I need
we
to do
have
more.
I think this is each of us in our own
this?
movie.
This is awesome.
Oh, what is happening?
So this
Wait,
is
wait.
you in a Scooter Gang movie.
Right, and I'm looking at my phone instead of where I'm going. That tracks. Ooh, I want that helmet. That would be great if I have a helmet that says Rainy. I want that.
I want to go to this Family Mart and buy.
Oh my god,
Lemon
Family Mart
tea.
is so great here. You have everything. You can live off of
Happy-
Family Mart.
Happy
I love
Reenie
it.
Boba.
Yeah,
Um,
Taiwan. Woo!
Look at this SWAT guy.
It's the GoPro on your. If you had it on your helmet, would make you with all of your protective gear is tactical airborne assault Perberg.
Yes, that's awesome. That's like night vision camera GoPro.
These are all our Netflix series that they give us. They're never any good. And I
Oh,
get
no.
no, no scallion pancakes for you.
That
Illegal
actually is what it
Nazi.
says.
That is it.
That's
that what it
actually what it
says?
says. Yes, that actually is what
Great.
it says.
That's
Oh, he
awesome.
got the food as a copy of the picture I took. That's
Yeah,
so
it
cool.
looks like it. Dude,
Yay!
And then
it
there's
He
looks
looks so
big.
sad.
oh, it continues.
Oh, we're in the card room.
So great. Yes.
That's what it would be called if we were in it. That's what makes it the
Oh my
Todd
gosh.
Rooms.
There you go. That's what
I
we
put
should
it-
have renamed the show to.
So
We would
baby.
have 1 million viewers
Well,
by now. The
Pit
Tard
Trap.
Rooms.
New brand update, the Todd Rooms. Okay, so is this like us doing it an escape room of the Todd Rooms?
I love this. This is great.
The hell
Fake
is Irene
maps and other
holding?
nonsense.
We got fake.
Oh,
map-
my
Nope.
kitty! My little kitty! I bought this little kitty at a little Potter's store in Jofun, and it's tiny
Made
little
of
cat.
clay?
Look. I have a light that's a colored light that's fucking with it, but here I'll
Oh, just
put
white.
that down. Look, it's a little kitty.
Nice.
Put my hand behind it. Focus, bitch! Focus! Piece of shit. Anyways,
Yeah, I
it's a
get
cat.
it.
It's very cute. Look, little butt. Doot, 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 doot. It's my new best friend.
Very
There
good.
it is.
So yeah, sitting right there, giant version. Watch your step. Floor is mostly lava. We got the ball pit. The ball
The
pit
ball
trap.
Oh my god.
Is it? Are we in an
Uh,
escape room or something?
Yeah,
in
this
the
is
Todd
this is the
Rooms.
we're in the Todd
that
Rooms.
dog?
Oh,
Dog.
nice.
Yeah, is that
Exit
is that
maybe.
Phil's dog? What's happening?
That does not look like my dog.
Exit
Comic
maybe,
book.
and Phil's
This dog is
Phil's
so
being
small.
distracted by comics, and Para's having an existential crisis over here. But we don't know what it says on this. It says "Hala Karakurogat." He's like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Did I forget how to read, or I just not know that?
Yeah.
Oh,
Beautiful.
I want this diorama now. That's so funny. Oh my
good.
god.
We got another one. If I can
Another
find
one?
it. Yeah. There's so
Amazing.
many. Alex is like he had so much to go with on this episode. Right. Okay. We're over here. So this is the video game level, I assume,
Oh my
of the
God.
Jubilee was in, but it's us. So it's all of us in the
There's
video game
Bubsy.
realm.
Bugsy.
Oh,
It's
that's
Bubsy
Bubsy over
versus-
there?
Bubsy.
It's
Hey.
Look, it's Bubsy versus Mario
Yes.
Yeah.
for the progenitor of 3D gaming. Power Stars and Yarn collecting. Phil I love these video game versions of us. Who is in the princess castle? What is this the cat again? Is that your cat thing in the princess castle?
I think
I
that's just
can't.
Peach,
I don't
no?
think so. No.
think I see Peach's
can't
silhouette.
tell. Yeah, I
Is that
think there's
Peach?
something else.
And those are her nipples.
Yeah. Just rock hard.
Yes.
Video game one.
Look at
Listen.
Drake Bristle's crazed face. Oh my god.
Take that.
I
Tree.
look like such a freaking witch. Oh my god.
Paris like, behold the
Amazing.
majesty of cubes.
Boxes! Wow!
I even
Roman
dropped
says
my
it's
notebook.
Peach. You did?
Yeah, you're like, screw writing this down. This is all I need to know is cubes. System error, critical hyper was closed.
Closet.
Unavailable. Closet.
It's your hollow
Oh,
closet.
we're all in the closet now.
Oh! We're in the hollow deck.
No,
we're
it's
in
the
your-
hollow
You're not
closet.
alone.
Danger,
You're not
your
alone anymore.
closet danger room.
Hollow
I'm
closet.
so glad I'm not alone in the closet no more. You can all join me in there. I think that might have been the last one. Yeah.
I
so
would
yeah.
say happy to join you, but I'm not sure this is a happy occasion.
Join me in the closet. The deeper we go, the happier we are. Anyway,
Well,
remove.
amazing.
you,
Thank
Alex.
you,
Thank you,
Alex.
Alex.
Before we go, I have art.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody. Oh, should we? Well, we might as well do a round of promos. Since I will be quick. I won't go on forever.
Go
and
to
ever,
carnalcomic.com. You can still get it. You can still
as
get
Jake
Carnal.
jumps
Go
in.
buy it. But that's all I need to say.
Alright.
That's it. Don't need to
There you
promote
go.
anything. I've been drawing this week.
Would you
The
like to
art's gonna
pull
be-
up your website and actually promote your book?
I do.
Fine if I must. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Pat wants to
If
pull up
you
my website.
must. So much work. Oh my god.
Share this tab. And ladies and gentlemen, still funding Conan the Barbarian Side Quest 1 Bad Dragon live on Kickstarter. You can go to carnalcomic.com, check out the website. I guess I should take off this sign up thing. Maybe I should go click over to the Kickstarter page instead of showing the out of date you can get a free thing. Oh,
You
hold on.
should.
I gotta make an incognito window. But yeah, you can
Something
still
correct.
get this. I have been working away. Funnily enough, because I don't have such a tight deadline. The artwork is like way more considered. These side quest stories, they also take a shit ton of design because they basically do a world tour of a bunch of gags and jokes. So like there's a joke of like, oh, it's a men's divorce counseling therapy session. And it's like, okay, now I need to draw like 5 fantasy divorced guys who are obviously not just guys, like they're old fantasy tropes. It's a lot of design. I will go to an incognito window. Paste this. Paste on go.
Very
And here it is.
prepared.
Very. We have had a couple more backers
Very.
since we closed, but yeah, we closed right here on this show on this channel and managed to make it over $10,000. And if you would like to join them, you can push it past 11 and blow out all expectations. But yeah, Irene has a cover. There's a bunch of covers. There is a upcoming Shelby cover that you can get.
do.
It just has not been revealed. Here he is, the Shelby cover. It's a little cheaper than the main series. Here is Irene's cover, but it's gonna end up the same page count and like have almost more creativity in it. So it's a steal, guys. Go and get it while you can. It's going to be 40 pages with a potential for having a 10-page side story added on at the end. And it has to be out this year because I want to spend
Very nice.
all of the money I got on printing before the end of the tax year. So you'll definitely get it. Otherwise, I'm
It's a
screwed.
good idea. It's a good idea.
Mhm.
Yeah. And there's plenty of pages. There's a
Choices.
there is a whole 10-page Global Comics preview that ends on a really cool ending point, and you can even still get Chapter 1 as like a catch-up. So, yeah, go get it now. You will not regret it.
Do
People
it.
who
Get my cover.
people got the first book who were like, I don't know how this is going to turn out, and then they read it and they're like, by Jove, it was actually okay. So, even if you're skeptical, give it a go.
Great pitch.
I think I will.
Even if you're skeptical, you will not be disappointed. No, it is. This book is a lot of fun. I can attest. The upcoming book is also going to be a riot, and yeah, get my cover. It's pretty great. Pretty proud of it. So it'll be good.
Epignosis is excited for this one. You will not be disappointed. It is even better than it used to be when it was Blue Lines. Even more jokes packed into it.
Jake had very astute observations about the subject matter today about characters and stereotypes, and so if that
Big ups to
Oh.
Jake.
yeah, you got to
Hopefully I can put that into actual action. You could totally talk about this stuff and then never follow through when you make the thing.
Yeah.
But yeah,
yeah.
we shall prove it. Does anyone else want to segue
Prove
into that
we
thing,
know what
or
we're talking about?
Yeah,
No,
I
I've
want to do
been-
my mailing
I've
Shipping
had
my
my
stuff and everything.
No.
Good night, everybody.
no, Phil?
No. Okay. I have graciously let Jake go
Start the
first.
timer.
I have had my website pulled up. I'm going to kick pear right now. My comic Fiendish is still Fiendish Chapter 3 is still up on Kickstarter and Indiegogo. This is the website fiendishcomic.com, where you can get all 3 existing books. There's Chapter 1, 2, and 2.5. That's a bonus story, a character backstory. Fiendish is my long form epic fantasy comic. I wanted to create a comic that I wanted to read that I felt like wasn't anything out on the market. I wanted to create what I wanted to read but couldn't find. So this is my love story to high fantasy and adventure storytelling. And there's a lot of world building. I built my own language. There's a world map. There's all kinds of world building. And in the Weez nerdy stuff, you can find out all about that on the website. There's an about section with characters and a world map and even species. I made up my own species for this world. So check it out, fiendishcomic.com. I am currently drawing Chapter 3. I'm trying to improve the art and the story every step of the way. Chapter 3 is on both Indiegogo and Kickstarter, like I think I mentioned. Here is the Kickstarter at almost 200 backers. If we can get to 200 backers, that would be awesome. And maybe if we can get to 20K by the time it closes, that would be also awesome. You can scroll down for both a trailer and a little catch up on the story. I'm pretty proud of this little story blurb. It's like a visual scrolling trailer is kind of what I was thinking, but this is a really quick rundown of what's happened so far, and I also have a preview of Chapter 3 available on Global Comics. So it's 15 pages that you can read completely for free, so just click over to Fiendish on Kickstarter, and all those links are going to be on the website as well, on fiendishcomic.com. And I do have pages to show you guys. My dark room. Yes.
What is that beeping? Are you getting rated?
Beep, boop, beep.
I don't know. Oh, loud. Yeah, I'm getting rated. I think I showed this page last week, but I haven't shown it on my channel yet. So if you guys have seen my newest update on the Fiendish campaigns, and you would have seen part of this page, but here are some new inks. Work is progressing. Nice. I moved recently, so that threw a wrench in things, but I am back at work, back inking pages. Here's another page. Here you go. I don't think I posted the upper part, and here's Yomi. I'm trying to ink in a slightly different style. I'm basically loosening up and not being as perfectionist with my lines. I don't know if it's obvious. I was kind of holding off on trying this new style because I didn't want the art style to change halfway through the book, but I kind of don't care anymore because like it's still gonna look like the same characters and my art, but this style helps me draw faster, and I really want to get the book done faster. So I'm trying to loosen up where I can and not being so dang perfectionist with everything, and I think it helps add some life to the pages too. So I don't know if you guys can tell, but I think it'll help you get your books faster, so I'm sure everybody's happy about that. And here's another page. This one I just finished. I don't know if I showed this. A lot of
Spoilers.
demons in chapter 3.
Spoilers.
There's
Demons.
every page is a spoiler.
It has demons in it.
And I'm
Demons.
oh my gosh, there are demons. Whatever shall we do? I don't care. The story is still going to be riveting and awesome when you do get to read it, but here you go. Yeah, we took a break from the demons in chapter 2. Chapter 2 was more of a character development book, but in chapter 3 we're kind of taking the demons and action from chapter 1 and the character work from chapter 2 and bringing it all together. So everything is coming to a head. You got the characters clashing as they set out on this journey and a lot of demon fights as well. So I'm excited to draw that. I'm excited for all the action. I say probably, I'm approaching, I think 50 pages. So I have 20 or so pages to go. It's a 70-page book. These are big books. That's why it takes me so long to draw. But progress is getting done, and I'll keep you guys updated. So follow me on the Twitters or on the campaigns, of course, and I'll keep you guys posted. And thank you everybody who has backed Fiendish 3 so far. Cheers. All right, who's next?
Big sign up time.
Yeah, sign up for Panopticon. It launches in September.
That's 2 months. No, that's next month.
Yeah, it's like 1 month. I'm almost done-ish. I'll be done in the next couple weeks. And then I'm going to be printing and assembling mini comics for a while, too. It's going to take a while. And I have an idea, though. My idea is I'm actually going to do 2 campaigns because I was trying to think how to do this because I want to do rolling fulfillment because I'll have everything ready. And I think it'd be really fun to fulfill it as it goes because people that I want to offer slightly different things because it's a zine. But Kickstarter doesn't let you do that because they have to fill out the survey at the end to get that address. So I'm doing 2 campaigns. I'm going to do one 1-week campaign, which is like you could call it like the early bird, but that's going to be fulfilled right away. And those people will be kind of hopefully the marketing of word of mouth to get it out. But as soon as that ends, immediately the next one starts. There's no gap. I'll be fulfilling that first 1-week one and the other one will last for like 3 months. It'll be people's chance to get the book and stuff. So yeah, it's going to be this initial launch, and yeah, a little outside the box. 8 mini comics read in any order tells a single story. They've been turning out pretty good. I'm excited about the art. I think.
Yeah, how far along are you with it?
Like here's a page I just did.
Oh, nice.
And
yeah, the style and of the stuff you've been posting is very cool.
Yeah, it's more cartoony, and almost more like manga. Remember when you were doing those like tests of like trying to draw a manga? I feel like you took some of that style and put it into here.
Yeah, and this is going to help with that whenever I get to that one. I'm kind of chipping away a little bit at that one, but it's nice. A little back on the back burner. But this will be done soon. I get to move on to stuff. I'm going to definitely start doing Percival straight up.
Hell yeah.
But this is small format, so these are drawn pretty, because it's a mini comic, so these are drawn, actually this page, it's backing board size, so it's like quite a bit smaller than like a big 11 by 17 page. It's actually like a quarter of that about.
Yeah, I mean, you're just like drawing it to comic page scale, basically.
Yeah,
backing board
almost like manga scale. Yeah, it's like smaller than, or no, you're right. That is comic scale, yeah.
And they're all going to be mini in the end?
Yeah, but they're getting shrunken from even this, so it will be. It still is like the comic style of drawing it bigger than it prints, so you get a little extra detail in there and stuff.
Yeah. What's the biggest size that a page would be in print? Like what if you're folding them mini comic style, what size piece are you doing that on? Is it huge, or are they all going to end up tiny, or is there like a
There's going to be a manga option that will be have the making of content in it, so it'll be 120 pages, and that'll just be every page at manga size, which is still be a little bit smaller than this, but that'll be the biggest that you can get it.
Okay?
I'm going to be upselling people because the lowest tier is going to be $3. So people can get that, but I'm like, don't everyone do that.
Everyone does that, regrets life decisions.
Yeah, it's like, I could get. I'm like, woohoo! I got 500 backers. I'm like, I made $1,500. Yay!
It's funny that you've been presenting it as a mini thing, but yeah, that's a lot of pages still, 100 plus. But it's the whole time it's like mini comic, but it's like no, that's like as long as one of the normal books that we put out over here.
Yeah, I think people are gonna have a lot of fun with it because it's every mini comic is like a scene, and it's. I was saying it's like picking the boss battles in Mega Man, where so you're like building context to the scene, and then you're taking that information into the next scene you read. By the time you finish it, you've got all the information, so then you have the story. But I think people will be interested in how that plays out, and they'll want to do it once or twice or thrice, because I think it'll be kind of fun. Yeah, because the scenes are designed to be like switcheroo-y, like every scene changes the context of the overall story.
I'm excited.
Sweet.
And it's a Western.
Yeah, I've been saying it's a post-apocalyptic Western because I wanted to draw more than pistols. I wanted to draw.
Now we're mortal enemies. You and I.
Yeah. And I wanted to draw football gear on one guy.
Football?
Yeah. Like Mad Max has football shoulder pads.
Oh, yeah. That's interesting. Yeah, the Road Warrior.
Yeah.
Road Warriors.
Yep. But yeah, thanks. And please sign up. Anyone watching this, don't dally. Just click it and give me your email. Pretty please. Please do it right now. Please. I'm begging.
Yeah, links in the chat. Sign up right now, everybody.
I'm not even joking. I'm begging straight up. Just please. Comics
He's
Legend.
on his knees, guys.
Please. Person. Please.
Here, let me see if I'd signed up already. I think I did already. I would suggest you continue watching X-Men.
Will do.
Because Nightcrawler is dope in it. And it's making everybody angry on the internet.
Nice.
Okay. Wait, Irene, did you show off all your pages, or did you have more? Because I think I only saw like one.
What? No, don't. Are you doing that on purpose?
No, you were playing Fortnite.
Yeah.
Doing what?
She showed them all.
I showed off like
No, okay.
5.
Yeah,
Are you not watching?
Do that. Yeah.
Do what?
He's not watching.
Well, Jake will do this thing where he becomes your hype man, but now it's like redundant.
Wait a minute, what? Wait, he hypes everybody. He was just hyping you. Don't complain about Jake asking questions.
I'm complaining because it was
watching the
redundant. Because it wasn't even real.
He wasn't paying attention.
Well, I did pull up some pages. Were you not at the?
Okay.
Were you not at
Full
the
disclosure. Full disclosure.
Oh my God.
I went to the toilet.
Oh, thanks. Well,
Wow.
you missed it.
During the Irene
You
embarrassing
missed
right now.
it.
Just a little
Too bad. Too bad. Yeah, I showed off this stack of pages. Not all of them, but
Jake
there
never
is-
says to me, "Do you have any original art that you want to share?"
Oh my
Oh,
god.
please. He was just hyping
Pat.
your thing and asking questions about Panopticon. Don't shit on Jake for helping
Pat,
out.
if I did not
Oh
ask the
my
questions I
God.
do whenever you pull your stuff up, there would be dead air for like 10 minutes. And
Come on.
I try my best. But yeah, I went to the toilet and now I feel bad.
Well, for Jake's benefit.
My
I
only
already
issue
showed this,
is
so-
just the timing because we're trying to get out of
Yeah.
here. No.
I mean, you
no.
can leave if you want to. You can go. You've already done your pitch. Bye.
No.
This is a page I'm currently working on, but I don't know if I showed this in much detail. But yeah, I'm
Thing is,
trying to loosen up on my inking. It's hard to do when there's so much detail like this, but yeah. The demons
Yeah, I
take
want
up
to
a
say
lot of
about this.
time.
You keep saying that you've been loosening up with this style. I dare people to be able to tell because it almost looks.
Here
Come
goes
on,
Hype
Pat.
Man just adding to the whole thing.
Could
Pear
you not-
just hates me. Pear just hates me, guys. He
Oh
doesn't
my
want me
God.
to talk. He doesn't want me to show my art. He doesn't
should've
want me to
started wrapping
continue
up
my
at
stream.
at
Pear's
2:45.
Pear's just got it out for
Then
me.
we would have had
Oh
time
my-
to do all of this.
I am so hurt. I don't know what I have done. Anyways, I definitely
I
did
could
not
tell it's
loosen up on
looser.
this page. A little bit,
Yeah, I
especially
could tell it's
with
looser.
the
Can
hair
tell.
and the faces. But yeah. Only
Yeah,
sometimes.
Irene, it looks
Sometimes
like
I can't
you're,
help
how
it.
you normally do layouts. It looks like your layouts. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, that's about right. I think with these
Which is a
panels you can
little
tell
looser.
a bit more.
With the hair for sure.
With these panels you can tell. Sometimes I'm feeling it a little more, sometimes I'm like just autistically getting into it. But yeah, there you go. Back Fiendish 3. Go to fiendishcomic.com. Cheers.
Everything now gets checked against the hype meter. Let's think of a question that's not hype. You must be really raring to go with fulfillment. It's
Oh,
People-
yeah.
Who, me?
people must be really. The excitement is building
gets-
for Fiendish 3.
Yeah, it's Phil's turn.
Well-
you guys keep taking up his turn.
I gotta
He's
get
not
up early.
complaining.
Phil
My
Put
literally
God.
together
in
a
this
7-foot
segment.
Godzilla.
Phil said he already went over his stuff, and so did
Yes.
to talk about a project. That's why I
Okay.
looped back.
Good job.
Yeah. Go.
Well,
Wait by your mailboxes, guys. The books will be coming. The end of the month.
anywhere people can sign up for a general email list.
Yeah, just aidcomics.com.
Cool.
You guys
Do
know
that.
where to go.
Man with No
Yeah.
Strings, issue 50, coming to your mailbox a week ago.
That's right.
That's
More
how
is coming.
fast he's going
The
with
cool
this.
thing, Oliver is already on page 9 of the next issue, so we're getting in there.
Ooh.
Just turned it in.
People have been
That's
posting. People have been posting art of like photographs of the pages,
I
and like
know.
I'm already seeing my favorite page that I wanted to talk about before. But Phil's
I
like,
know,
it's a
the
spoiler.
spoiler.
It's a spoiler.
that guy, he bought a copy at Bell County, and he put like a freaking 17 tweet review up on the whole series, which was crazy cool. So if you don't want spoilers, don't look at it because he posted a lot of the pages. But
All
I
right.
appreciate it.
Well, if you
Thank you.
have seen the pages, they look amazing. Oliver's art
Yes.
is stunning. It really is so good. It makes you want to draw. That's how you know the art is good.
Oh yeah, he's kicking ass.
Yeah.
But lots to come.
All right.
And next week,
Mhm.
Jake's channel, full PowerPoint
Yes.
presentation.
What? The PowerPoint, I can do one. It just kind of like it stifles the discussion. And then
Well,
and
what's the
no one
subject
really
we
into.
decided?
Okay, I'm gonna do jangling keys versus connectivity.
Right. Okay. Yeah, that's a
idea.
good subject. We can do. I like the freeform discussions, but with a subject in mind instead of us just like talking about bullshit.
Yeah,
So-
definitely.
That'll be good.
Cool.
Yeah, I mean, I'm
Awesome.
more than happy to put the effort into making a presentation. It genuinely acts as a roadblock sometimes, so I
Yeah.
just want the discussion to
I get
flow.
that.
Whatever you want. Be cool. It's gonna be good.
Mm.
Next week,
Just
I don't think I'm
remember
doing
to
it.
start wrapping up at 2:45.
It has to be 2:45, guys.
2:45.
All right.
Whose
Well,
time? What time is it by you? It's not 2:45 at all.
You're the
Oh, 2
most
hours.
in the.
it's the earliest, okay? Like
I
Phil
get up
is like
early.
2 hours later. I'm up butt fuck
It
o'clock
is-
in the
it is 2 hours later.
morning to do this stream
I-
because I'm in Taiwan now.
For years, I would get up at 2:30 in the morning to do the show.
Dang. Yeah, I have to get up at like 8 a.m. Who does? No artist does that.
Ooh.
Oh my god.
All right, I don't think I'm streaming
Well.
tomorrow night though, because I'm gonna be at the dude. This con tomorrow
Oh man.
is from 2 p.m. until 9 p.m. Fan Expo on a Friday. 2 p.m. to
Good
9. What is up
luck.
with that? Weird as hell. All right, I digress.
No. Yeah, that is a weird time. Yeah. Thank you for the links, everyone in chat. Thank you, some person and Alex. All right. See you guys next week on
ya.
Jake's channel. There you go.
Yep.
Yes. Sign up for all of our stuff and give us a follow. And that is a show, guys. Bye.
See you, everybody.
Bye.
See ya. Bye. This will play. Come on.
Wait, what happened?
What?
What?
Playing?
Oh,
What's going on?
Huh?
it's a